All right, guys, and welcome back to another edition of our second edition of Nighttime for 2024. Slowly getting the thick of things. They're just ironing out a few little kinks here and there, but some good, exciting things to the studio next week. But all back. Welcome back, Gaz.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. Crazy Lady.
Hi.
Kenny.
Hey, how you going?
Join us again.
Yeah, no worries.
And as we put it out there last week, that we are letting some of the viewers come in and join us. And our first one's Corey. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks guys. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's great to see the studio in person. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, cheers. It's come along pretty well, but Oh, let's get into it. Talk some footy, eh? There's
a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there sure is. But throw it over there first to Gad's bag.
It's the Gaz bag time. Keep them coming in. That's all I can say. First question to you guys and gal. Why do you think... What's his name again? Serraldo. I wouldn't spell it like that. Serraldo got Burton to attempt field goals instead of Crichton. Crichton is a way better kicker in my opinion. George.
Conversions.
Yeah, conversions, I think he must mean, yeah.
Conversions, you must, yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, Crichton was a bit injured, but I would have had Crichton kicking personally.
Yeah, same thing. I was watching this game against the Bulldogs and that, and I said the exact same thing when they scored that first try. I'm thinking, well, why isn't Crichton kicking?
I mean this with all respect, but Crichton is a freak.
He's a better kicker.
Yeah,
way better.
To be honest, okay, the best player in the game, arguably, yes or no, is Nathan Cleary. You know, at the moment, I reckon Crichton's not that far behind him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, who backed up for Cleary? When he was playing at Penrith, it was Critter.
So that's what I can't understand with Penrith too. Like, Penrith is such a good club, and we all know that. Ivan Cleary is a good coach. Jerome Luai is a good player.
Yeah.
But my money would have been to keep Crichton and let Luai go.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
It hasn't worked out either way, but...
They should have just let him go a year earlier. Well, he's going to the Tigers, isn't it, next year? Going to the Tigers?
Yes, Tigers.
Yeah, multi-million-dollar deal.
Can't blame him on that kind of money. But Crichton, okay, like you said, Cleary goes down, Crichton kicks. Yeah. Cleary goes out for a few weeks, Crichton steps up to 5'8", and then you get like a second-string halfback. Your problem's pretty much...
Covered.
Pretty much, yeah. So they kept him, I think it was a Cogger last year, though.
Cogger,
yeah. But, he can play. He can fill that position. He can anything in the back line. Was a fullback, wing, centre. What was he? He was playing wing when he first started with Penrith.
Could even play, lock.
So,
but I suppose...
He filled in a lot doing the grand final last year when Luai went off as well. He sort of stepped up in the plate a bit.
Cogger did, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cogger, yeah.
Yeah, but Critter seems to step up to when the game's on the line and you need a big moment to lift the team or get you that. He seems to be like step up in the big, and make it happen.
Yeah. Well, he scored that try too. You know what I mean? And I think he scored a try every grand final.
Yeah.
Oh, what a freak.
Oh.
Yeah.
But maybe from the crazy lady herself, what's your opinion?
No, I'm just agreeing with everything you say.
Sounds good. Can I get that in writing?
But I have been seeing online a lot, Burton's not a 5'8".
Well...
Yeah, you reckon centre?
Yeah.
You got a pairing.
Plays centre at New South Wales level.
Yeah, he's...
Okay.
Well, who have you got there? You got... Is it Hutchinson? And then you got... Is it Toby Sexton?
Yes. I don't rate Drew Hutchinson.
You don't?
I think I prefer him at 13.
I don't see him as a halfback.
No.
I see him as a running 5'8".
Or even 13.
Yeah.
So, okay, put it this way.
He's big enough.
Toby Sexton at half. Kurt Mann at 5'8".
Well, there you go. Yeah, I forgot about
Kurt Mann come on this week. And
he was a dummy half role, though.
He played probably one of the best games I've seen Kurt play
for the Bulldogs
for a long time.
Yeah, he was in everything.
I tell you what,
everything.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I was pretty impressed with that. I won't go too far into that yet, but that's Critter. Yeah, but Burton.
Critter should be. Yeah.
That's a pretty lethal combination of the centres.
Yeah, Burton and Critter. Oh yeah.
Wait till that gels.
Yeah. Oh, Like it's I don't know why he's not. You know what I mean. This is what the start of the year's about. Picking and changing and seeing what you're getting the best out of your team. You know what I mean. To see what you can do, and then pick. All right, that's working. Let's stick with that. I mean, like, why not just try it? Like, I know trials are like that for as well.
But did they do that?
I don't think they. Well,
No.
Crichton didn't play in the
It's
trials.
a bit like the Knights.
Yeah,
The
see,
Knights,
a lot of first graders didn't.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Problem.
Save themselves.
and it
Yeah.
was like the Knights too. We didn't do the combinations of Burton. Of Gamble and Cogger.
Cogger or Gamble and Hastings and Cogger.
Yeah,
yeah.
you know,
He was just throwing
there's-
a dummy half.
There's a
and-
few different combinations that we should have went through. Okay, this works. Oh, that works.
Works.
No, that don't.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I don't like what he did, throwing Phoenix into that lock position. Like,
No. Phoenix.
Cogger's a good player, mate. Like, I don't know, like what you said last week about putting him back in New South Wales Cup and getting him into that halfback role and getting him playing there.
He's going to be
But
in
I-
the half sometime this year.
Yeah, but I can see where Adam Bryan's coming from. He's got to be in the side somewhere because he's
It's
such
hard
a
not
good
to.
player.
But the thing is, he is going to be in the halves this year.
Yeah.
Like it or not, one of our halves is going to get injured sometime.
Sometime, yeah, or something's going.
Unfortunately, that's just the way the game is.
I can see it happening. If
As long as it's
if
not
one of
Gamble,
them's-
that's okay.
Okay, yeah, he's got the mongrel. But if one of them isn't gelling or one of them's not playing right, you think there's got to be a change.
I would like to see him stick
Yeah,
and, give it some
it
time.
happened last year, didn't it?
Because I just don't like, that's not working, let's change this. Oh, shit, that's not working, now let's change that. That's half the problem.
Just
But
to
you look
see,
at Queensland's domination. They didn't
pick
gel for a while.
Picked the same
And they-
players. They picked the same.
And
yeah.
now look what happened.
Yeah.
So,
Stuck with it and it worked.
yeah. I mean, I suppose that's why I'm not a coach.
And that was a long way of going about saying, yes, Crichton should be kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah. What she said.
Crichton should be kicking, not Burton. Yeah, for
So
sure.
we'll go for Crichton?
Yes.
Yes.
Crichton wins.
100%. Number 2, after the Knights versus Raiders game on Thursday night, they held on the big screen and announced it over the speaker that the players would stay out and go around and greet everyone as usual. They didn't go around the ground. They stayed in a certain spot with their families. What are your thoughts on this, Jade Miller? I think it stinks.
I will give.
I'll get him first.
There was a couple of debut players out there. Like, you can understand them going to their family and that.
I will say Leo Thompson did come up and see us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
I
give him a
wouldn't know.
shirt, and he was,
He was pretty stoked.
yeah,
Yeah,
really
yeah, that's
stoked.
all right.
But,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know. I had my head in my lap.
I know if you go down towards the tunnel where they go in the tunnel, you can get a
Yeah,
But,
it's a bit hard, but
No, I'm good
because
now.
it's
they've
just
got that silly
swamped.
Yeah, and then they got that screen that goes all the way around, like the thing. You know what I mean? I know it opens in the corners and that, but if you're in the middle of the ground, then you got to climb over the.
Maybe
Yeah. If it was more of an open field, I think it might be different.
or just
If
when
they
they finish their commitments out in the centre, then start the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like
if they won, would they have gone around the ground?
oh,
Oh,
there's
they still do, even when they lose.
But on the first game, you'd think you want to set a
Yeah.
bit of an example.
some of them did. Leo
It's-
Thompson was
yeah.
really good. I must
He's
say.
only one player, but you know, like,
Jackson Hastings did.
Two.
You know, I think
Keep
I
going.
did a few
Yeah, we-
photos with Jackson Hastings
We
around
left.
and
We didn't hang around.
Yeah, I
Poor
didn't,
guy,
I
so-
didn't get a chance to serve. But
yeah. Well, I was.
the way the Knights played on Thursday night, I would have been pretty embarrassed. So that's coming from a
But-
Knights fan. So
To be
But,
honest, I don't think they didn't play that bad. It's just I
Some-
think Canberra wanted it more.
They did, but I still think some need to take a good hard look
Look
at
at
themselves and
themselves,
see
yeah.
how much money they're on.
Yeah, there was a couple of players that were pretty.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the Knights, though. There were a lot of teams that upset.
Oh yeah.
I'm in
Oh,
two
yeah.
tipping comps, and one, I got zero. I tipped all of the wrong teams.
I think
I got
everyone-
zero.
don't go with
Guys,
college
no.
tips. Don't go with
I got
college tips.
0 now. So
Well, I tipped Penrith. They went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I tipped. Who was the other team? Oh, I can't remember now. But I think I tipped the Titans beat the Dragons. So yeah,
I think I did. Oh, well, obviously I did.
the Dragons. Wow, eh?
I changed from Manly to the Bunnies, and that didn't work out.
I was on the Bunnies. Yeah.
I'd like to say that I only been to 2 games because I'm flat out working all the time. Went with my youngest boy, and we don't sort of get to see any of them. You know, like
Yeah.
even if win, lose or draw, whether they played bad or not. There's some kids out there that just want to, shake their hand or pat them on
true.
the back or get a photo with them.
I think it's certain areas of the ground as well as where they don't really.
Yeah.
I know that Western Grandstand. I think they tend to see more people there than they do anywhere else on the ground, but they do. Well, not so much when you lose, but I have seen them walk around when we have lost and still.
I
greet the
honestly
crowd
think
and
the
that,
club
but-
should give them more time to do that.
100%.
Whether they say, because I remember last year they used to usher the players off pretty quickly because the coach wants to talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but use this for example. 22,000 were there last week.
Yeah, 22,
22,000 people just come and seen that. Well, not up to our standard display.
Yeah.
10 minutes. Give the players 10 minutes to thank the fans, because without them fans,
They're nobody.
there's no club.
No club, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's
There's
it.
no NRL without the fans either.
So-
They get paid.
Give them some time to thank their fans. It goes a long way, and a lot of kids will never forget those kind of things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go out of their way to make signs to the players, and this and that. So I think the club should let them get back and give back to the fans.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Everyone's opinion here on the panel. Number 3. How do you think Crichton and Mann went in their first Bulldogs game? John Threadgate.
I think we've
I'm not
already covered
answering
that.
That one, yeah. Well, I think Kurt Mann went pretty good. I still can't believe why we got rid of him, but yeah. Kurt Mann went good, and so did Critter. Critter had a good game.
Once they
Honestly-
get used to that club and the way the Bulldogs operate and the way Phil Gould wants to run that
Yeah.
club,
But
that's going to be an unstoppable force.
They're just not gelling
Once they
at the
gel,
moment, you know what I mean?
To be
Yeah.
honest, okay, I'll throw that out there. It's a little bit extra on that. Is Cameron Cialdo the right man for that job?
Don't know. Yeah, it's only his second year in the job, is it?
Things have got
A
to
lot
start
of people said
happening
that
soon.
about Ivan Cleary with Penrith, and look what happened the
Yeah.
last 3 years.
Yeah, but things have got to look at Andrew Webster. He's just took
Yeah, the Warriors. yeah.
to such thing. If things are not,
But I'm not too sure if Cameron is picking the play. I think Gould's doing that.
well, he needs
I
to
don't-
butt out.
Yeah.
I'd
I
be
don't
saying,
know
mate,
He
you-
did it at Penrith
maybe
too, though.
is he talking to the coach, going, "Look, I think we should get this player. Should we get that player? Should we?"
you've
I don't
signed me as a coach. I'm either the coach or you sack me.
Yeah.
Well, ever since they got rid of Des Hasler, they've done nothing.
They've gone downhill.
I think
haven't they?
if by midway through the season things are not looking good, hit the road, Jack.
I think they'll improve.
I think so. I mean,
I reckon they'll go all right. I reckon.
with the calibre of players, they have to.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
It's-
If they're not doing any good, it's
We've
time
got
to
him.
hit the road,
Yeah.
because he could be. There's a prime example. There's a lot of really good assistant coaches, but they're just not first grade
First-grade
coaches.
coaches, yeah.
But they're an unreal assistant coach,
Coach, yeah.
and he might be one of them. I'm not saying he's not. He is, because he was really good at Penrith as an assistant.
Yeah.
But
What was he there? Was he like the defensive coach or the attacking coach, or was he just
Just the assistant coach.
just the
I
assistant?
just
yeah.
I'm
Just
not-
like Andrew Webster, though.
He was the same, yeah.
He was good. He went over to the Warriors, and he's still good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like, he's proven
Blood
he is a
Yeah.
coach,
Yeah.
not an assistant. But you've got to ask yourself, okay, Andrew Webster, a lot of that's got to go back to Ivan. Ivan was his,
Picking,
Mentor.
took him under
Yeah.
his wing. So,
yeah.
yeah.
The Cowboys. I'm probably going off track a bit here, but they got James Maloney as their
Yeah.
assistant.
I
They
said that.
scored 40 odd points
I said
on the
that
weekend.
last
So-
year about who did I say? Remember, I was saying needs to be a coach somewhere, and I said James Maloney. I still, yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
think it was
just-
when the Knights, when people were saying Adam O'Brien's on the outer, who would you have? I said James Maloney if it happened. You know?
Happened, yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, look at it. I rate him,
Yeah,
to
he's
be
a
honest.
good coach.
Anyway,
There was a part B to this. I didn't
oh,
say.
sorry,
No,
Bev,
no, good coach.
or whoever it was.
How good was Parramatta against Bulldogs?
Yeah, anyway,
Did you write that down?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Number 4. Are the Panthers done, or do you think they'll bounce back? Brian Pryor.
I'll just say,
They're going to bounce back.
I'll just say one little short sentence. It's round one.
They'll bounce
Premierships
back.
are not won in the first 5 rounds.
Yeah.
No.
So,
But hey,
There's 24
you
games.
wrote in and
you know what I mean?
we put it on here for you.
oh, 100%. But I'd just go like that. 3 rings says that they're not gone and dusted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're
Yeah.
they're
Every
going to be
year
hard
they've
to beat.
lost
Yeah,
Too good of a side, too good of a coach.
I think it's got to do with their nursery too.
Oh, look at the Storm.
Oh,
You know
I-
what I mean?
I live down in that area, like Penrith, Western Sydney, and you know the amount of fans you see out there. They're always talking Penrith, and like the young kids playing footy down there. You know they've got some great juniors.
I mean, they got done by the Storm. We all know that, but they only got done by 8 points.
Yeah.
And
And-
Penrith to 0.
Yeah, but 100%.
Yeah.
The Storm were great in defence, but the Storm were also a good attacking side, and to only get done by 8, it's not too bad.
You got to think about it too. The Storm haven't lost a round 1 game in like 20 odd years.
And-
you know what I mean?
Didn't
So-
have Big Nelson there either.
No.
No, or Munster.
Yeah, but
Munster.
Penrith had Sorensen and
Yep.
And
Kenny.
Some
speak,
good players out.
Mitch Kenny out.
Penrith
so-
lost round 1 last year against Brisbane. They won
That's
the
right.
grand
It's round
final.
1. Like,
yeah.
Exactly. It's only
Hey,
round
and,
one.
that young fella, the Melbourne 5'8", he's a
Um,
Newcastle junior.
Yeah, I forget his name
Jane
now.
Pezzett,
That's him. Yeah.
Newcastle junior. And he's a bit of info for you. My nephew used to play against him down
Oh,
here in
really?
the local.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the
nice.
same age as my nephew.
And his father was working for the Knights.
Knights, yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, my nephew used to play for South Newcastle, and
Oh,
he
nice.
used to play for, I think it was Lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah, cool.
I think it was. I'm not too sure, but yeah.
Sounds about right.
Oh, Valentine. Sorry, Valentine. Yeah. Well, they're configured with Lakes, but yeah, Valentine. Sorry.
Same area,
Yeah,
different field.
yeah, Valentine. Yeah.
Same taste, different horse.
Yep.
Okay, last one. It's a long one, so stay awake. Some games on the weekend were the subject of some dodgy refereeing. Haha. For example, the Cowboys got a penalty try against the Dolphins. The ball was going away from the attacking players, and there was a defending player with an arm's length to make a tackle if he did get the ball. Casey Badger was in the bunker, usually really good, and her last decision on Felt's no try was another bad decision. Cole had 2 hands on the ball, then one hand grounds the ball for a try, but somehow her interpretation is lost possession. In normal speed, it's easily a try. What are your thoughts, Ethan? Those
So that's
It
2
was a
incidents
try.
in the one game, yeah. Because I think it was Laybutt that got tackled. I don't think it was a tackle. It was more of a push.
We didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it was
didn't.
more. It was more.
Drinkwater?
No,
didn't.
no, it was Laybutt, the centre. Yeah, like the ball bounced and it kind of bounced and then bounced
Yeah,
off
bounce.
sideways. But he was kind of like, if you look at him, he kind of like knew he looked like the way the ball bounced. He was like, oh, I've missed it. You know what I mean? And just kind of, and then old mate sort of, yeah, kind of like, I wouldn't say tackled him, but yeah, grabbed kind of.
Interfered.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I
that
don't
was
know. It was.
that could have been. Yeah,
I don't think it was warranted a penalty try.
No,
maybe a penalty and
Because
10 in the bin.
penalty-
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I don't think it was a
Penalty
penalty
is
try.
I thought a
But-
penalty try was always awarded when they're in the act of scoring and a penalty has been
And
committed against the attacking side.
but it's
Yeah,
got to be
and-
more.
or
You know,
Personal foul, professional foul.
it's got to be. You know, there's no doubt that he would have scored.
That's
and
right.
to me, you can't say that there's no doubt he would have scored. that.
because the ball was bouncing away from him. So
and getting close to the
yeah,
dead ball.
and yeah, like they were right on the dead ball line too. Like the ball would have been here, the dead ball line. Like yeah, it was
Okay, I'm going to add to that.
it was close.
This part B.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
add part B to that. Linesman.
Yeah.
The ones with painted eyes, or
What do the
usually got
hell they
flag.
do on the sideline? Because there's a couple of forward passes in the Canberra Knights game, and we're like, and he's right there, and all of a sudden they score, and he's down on the ground like he's Steve Irwin looking for the crocodile, but and then they go, I don't know. Well, what are you doing? Like you're right there. I just don't understand. Is it time we got rid of him,
I don't know.
'Cause-
It's
or maybe they run down the line with our flag in their hand?
it's hard. See, it's
But how much influence do they get with the refs' decisions these
Well,
days
see,
on the field?
They should be- they might,
They do have a little bit.
This is a good one for me actually because I'm a junior referee for the junior competitions down here in Newcastle.
put Ken
But,
Dog in.
See, it's different with NRL because you got that many video, you got that much cameras, you got that much video. It's just easier to go, yep, send it upstairs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then either making a decision and then it gets played on the replay or it gets played on the thing and it's a dead set try and you're running away up the touchy thinking, looking at the replay screen going, Jesus. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so I'm kind of in their ballpark. Like, this is not me as a referee thing coming out going, leave them alone. Like, it's in the junior comps or the Newcastle comp, yeah, it's a bit different because we don't have cameras and all
100%,
that.
you know.
So we're needed. We've got to make a decision right there.
But do they have an okay? You're in the middle of the ground, right? You're reffing.
Yeah.
Does your Louis and Dewey on the sideline have an influence on you and tell you what they think?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Why does it go from there?
Well, if I don't see the try and it's on that touch judge's sideline and I can't see it, that's the first thing I do. I go straight to the touch
and
judge.
he'll tell you?
Yes. Yeah.
Rest my case. Why does it change to... Because I feel it's a lazy system. Like Kenny said, they've got their
It's just easier to go to the video.
Yeah, ever since it's gone digital, I've noticed.
But that's
the
taken
referees
time
gone-
off the
Well,
game.
they know they're going to get the right call too, but
But what are they there for then?
yeah,
You know-
I can understand. Yeah.
Okay, what's a touchy on a fair bit of money? That money could be going to...
Like I
Smith
was
family or something.
touch judging the grand final last year. This was under 15s, I think it was, and geez, it was a brilliant try, and he scored in the corner, and he's got it down. It was a try, mate. All for, and that's the first thing the ref did is come straight to me, and I'm just like, yeah, mate, yeah, that's a try, mate. You know, so like you just when you make your decision, you got to be confident, and you got to But it's like I can in the NRL, I can see why they send it up. Because if you notice, you look at them, and every time they do it, they're just, mate, just go to the video. You can hear it. Like, go to the video. And, like
scared to make a wrong decision.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, but if you
the
are,
only thing
you
I'm
shouldn't be
thinking.
there.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be there.
Like,
Not
I think it's
everyone's
just
gonna get it
easy. It's
100%
just
right.
an
No,
easier
that's right.
thing.
But
Give
I'd
it
rather
a call.
I'd rather you call it and say, well, look, I don't think it was. And if it goes, like, if they go no try, or a try, that still hasn't been confirmed. They've got that.
Yeah, that little leeway in between.
I don't think anyone's going to be happy either way.
Yeah.
True. Move on.
To be honest with you, you just hit the nail on top of the head. Like it's
They can't win.
What's the old saying? You're damned if you do, and you're
Yeah.
damned if you don't.
Yeah.
So
True. Next.
That's it. That's all we've got. Keep them coming in. We need them for you and read them out.
Awesome. All right, guys, we might take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back to... Yeah, it's time to get into what caught my eye for this week.
Ow! My eye! Ow! Ow!
Guys, what caught your eye?
Well, it's a little bit embarrassing. Mine is in the Eels Bulldog game. Cartwright and Moses both went in to tackle Crichton
Yeah, I knew you'd like that.
and actually kissed.
Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm going to get
I
that
didn't see
framed.
that.
I actually said to Smitter, I went, did he just kiss him? And then it was all over the internet. Like, you get on Facebook and it was
There was no
everywhere.
tongue there. I must admit, there was no tongue.
Did
Yeah,
you
because he probably
inspect that?
replayed it about 8 times.
Enlarged. No,
He's
no
probably
tongue.
got it enlarged.
How big's your TV at home?
About yay big.
You've been to the drive-ins? That's
close to
Gary's
that.
TV.
Crichton. Crichton was the sandwich in the meat in the sandwich. He just got, like, they both went bang and Crichton's
I
caught
think
the
he
middle.
liked it too.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know which one of the para players liked it better.
Moses, because he had an
Moses.
injured groin.
Yeah.
And on that note,
You only seen this part. You didn't see the rest of it.
Kylie.
Okay, I'm going to be biased and mention the only good thing to come out of Friday night's game against the Storm, besides Melbourne's great defence. Their defence was unreal.
It was.
100%.
But I'd have to say Taylor May really impressed me. He seemed to carry that team on
He's-
Friday night.
I think he's trying to step up in Critter's
Yeah.
absence, and good on him for trying to do that. Big shoes to fill, but yeah, he did play well.
His name come up a lot.
Yeah.
They're negotiating his contract, and he's asking big money, and they're prepared to give it to him.
Hopefully
Good.
he stays injury free because last time I saw him play was the World Club Challenge down at Penrith against St Helens, I think
Yeah.
it was. And he injured himself in that game. So
But
if he
he's
stays
bulked up.
injury free, he's going to be a freak.
He's bulked up. From behind, I thought it was tall. Like, just the shape of his legs. Like he's a little powerhouse.
You couldn't tell the difference?
From behind, no.
I don't look at them from behind like that, Gaz. They're not.
He was
I
running.
was just giving
They're
it
not
glasses.
Parramatta players. Corey.
Not going to leave this one down.
I'd have to probably say I got to the Knights game early on Thursday night and got to watch the reserve grade go out. Probably Fletcher Sharp in that reserve grade side night. He's a talent to behold, and he's gonna make it places in the NRL. The way he scored that first try for him, and his defence and attack, I can't wait to see him in first grade.
Yeah, out Pappenhausen.
Yeah.
True. Kenny?
Yeah. Just probably a little at the game on the weekend. Just an incident that happened where I was sitting, and I've just had a few clowns at the game. Thought it was okay to throw some tennis balls onto the field, and the security guard catch them and throw them back. And I thought it was a bit of a joke, to be honest with you, and just being absolute clowns. So,
There's always one in the
yeah,
crowd in there, and
it's kind of annoying,
it's got to
especially
stop.
as a
In
paying
a way.
member.
Yep.
It's kind of it's a bit
People got to remember too. There's kids and there's families.
yeah.
And
Did
there's
the-
So
time and
I
place.
apologise for my behaviour as well. I was towards the end of the game there, I'd had enough and told them all to sit down or pee off, basically. And
Well, you're there to enjoy the game.
I apologise for my behaviour. Any of the Knight supporters
Hopefully
that were
they'll,
around me then.
Hopefully they'll just
They're probably
Canberra
backing you up,
supporters and-
actually.
Oh, well, I hope they do. But they were just they were only young, so there was nothing much you could really do because I think they were just a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds. They were just acting like absolute clowns. Like, so.
Hopefully they'll Canberra supporters and they won't be there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. What caught my eye this week was the Knights reserve grade again. Will Price.
Yeah.
He's goal kicking.
Did he missed one, didn't he?
Yeah,
Did he miss one?
I think he missed one, but some of the ones he got from the sideline
Didn't he get
was
one from
impressive.
like about 35 out?
Right on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it never looked like missing.
Yeah, right.
And I was just like, wow, this kid can kick. Like, yeah, Ponga can kick. We all know that. But when he cracks first grade, I'm telling you, he's got my choice for kicking. The way he was kicking them balls, if he kicks like that every week,
I've seen his
Man.
conversions in the second
Where do
half.
we have the
I
spot
think
for him in first grade? As a
at the moment, I don't-
he's got to have a crack, surely. He's a quality player.
it will happen
But,
because
yeah.
there's going to be injuries. Unfortunately, that's just rugby league. We're going to have injuries. So it will come, whether it's this week, whether it's next week, or whether it's towards the end of the season. I don't know. But when he does, he gets my vote for the kicking.
well, as a Knights fan, like next week we're playing the Cowboys. Would you give Will Price and Colger a chance at halfback 5 and see how they go?
No.
It's time to gamble.
We stick with him. I'm
You
happy
You
for...
got to see how it goes. If it's
You've got to stick for a while. If it's not working, say, round 8, well, you've given it a fair crack.
Look what happened last year. The same thing happened last year. I think before we smashed the Bulldogs, we'd won 5 games.
But the thing is...
And then they just happened to click. But I heard Phoenix talking on I think it might have been the bloke in the bar or something. And they kept saying about, because they were only getting beat by 2 points and 4 points and all that sort of drama. And he kept talking about, we just need that one game. Just that one game where we're all going to click and we're all going to gel. And and that was that Bulldogs game. And then look what happened after that.
As I say, but it was round 1.
Yeah.
It was
Like
round
you got to, and they have stuck with it, as I can see.
Probably
by
the,
looks of it. So
You know, the form team of the last 3 years has to be Penrith. You can't take that away from them.
no,
They lost.
Yep.
yeah, that's
You know,
round
so-
one. Yeah, like you just
It's round 1. Like all these people that are going to buy premiership grand final tickets because their team won in round 1.
Wasn't it you that was saying last week that Melbourne win every leap
Yeah.
year?
no, it was the other
Jason.
fella. Yeah,
Ah.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
he's wrong. Not this leap year.
Anyway, that's
But-
what caught my eye.
Before you close off on that, you'd hate to be the bloke's dog.
Yeah, yeah. The
I
way
was
he
waiting
kicks.
for it.
Yeah, no. Well, I was
You
going
want
to
to say
give
it now?
I was going to give it a rest this year, but the way he's kicking, you'd hate to be his dog, wouldn't you?
That's it. I'm happy now.
Glad we don't have a dog.
What do you think we don't? No. I think- anyway, the neighbours do. Yeah, well, that was what caught my eye for this week, guys. So Yeah, we've changed it up a bit this year, and there's no 3-2-1s in either round. It's just a player each week we pick because we're going out there because we've got a lot of listeners now that from other clubs. So we're doing night of the round and player of the round. So it can be from any NRL club. So we're doing both. So. I'll start off first, and my night of the round had to be Greg Marju. The way he played, that bloke never stops, eh? And there's not many wingers in the NRL that I would swap him for. There's probably none.
Oh.
There's one maybe that you'd consider, but I still don't think I'd swap him, with being Tuttle. But he's a gun.
Yeah,
Absolute.
We're going to have Toto on the other side and still keep Marju.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Great. That'd be
Dreams of
You
awesome.
can always send Jenkins
But,
back and we'll keep Martin.
Yeah, swappies.
We'll have
yeah.
Jenkins back, but we're keeping Toto too.
Tuttle.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can arrange.
He's just a guy that nobody hates. Like, he's just a lovable
He's-
character.
Oh, he's
You know who he reminds me of?
Instagram or something, mate. That's it's
Yeah.
quite funny.
He's the Edric Lee. Well, Edric Lee used to just light the dressing room up, you know.
Yeah.
Brian Tuttle does the same.
Yeah.
Like, you just see the silly antics that he does, you know. Like Andrew Johns, it was an old interview. Andrew Johns was interviewing Crichton, and Tuttle threw his undies at him.
No, I don't think they were Toto's undies though.
Oh, that was someone's
It's
undies.
undies, yeah.
Dirty undies.
Threw his dirty undies
Yuck.
and land on Andrew Johns, and he's, I'm out of here, you know. But that's fun. That's
Yeah.
You
I
know.
don't know about you, but I don't like having dirty undies thrown at me.
I've got to stop it now, don't I? No, but you know what I mean. Like, that's the antics. It brings the
Means-
fun.
yeah,
It takes
it's-
away from the. I'll say it because I don't care. But the bullshit with the whole Senate, Spencer Lenu stuff, because there's more to that story than's been let on, and it's gone too far. I don't condone racist one, any shape or form, but the real loser out of that is the fans.
He apologised publicly, and like that should be enough, you know. So
Now, well, I'm happy. Okay, maybe 4 weeks to set a thing, but 8 weeks. It's just coincidental that he comes back the week after the Broncos play the Roosters again. And I know I'm going off a little bit here, but there's Sam Kerr. Is she going to get 2 years? Because Spencer got.
Hers was said in her private time though.
Don't matter. She's still.
It doesn't, but
You've
it's
still
you
got to
can't.
hold up a bit of a face when you're out and about.
Yeah, I don't know how they refer to her as a hero on the news headlines, but yeah.
Anyway,
Hero
my point is, this brings the game, back into the fun side of stuff, and
Well, you've got to wonder how Spencer Lenu and Ezra Mann's ma'am, is it ma'am?
Man, yeah.
How he's mental, they've got to be
100%.
suffering some mental health because of it.
They do.
Yeah.
They're both copying it on the internet. Like, there's for and there's against, and there's that many horrible monkey memes and shit.
Going around,
Oh,
is
Yeah,
it really?
I know we're
it's
going
just showing everybody's crap side.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And the racism has to stop. I get that Spencer didn't mean it in that way. If it was someone sort of more white like myself or whatever said it, you could probably go, oh, come on. But Spencer being,
same colour.
Samoan, I can't really see it being that. And you've got to look at that closely. You can see Spencer reacting to something. So something was said for him to say that back. But what?
There's no proof.
That's the problem.
And-
because he's too proud not to say it.
Yeah.
The problem is the media. They've
Yes.
they've dragged it out for far too long. Everybody, including Latrell Mitchell and
Yes.
Mundine, who are going at it, they've had their say, and they shouldn't.
Okay. I know you're a big Latrell fan, but take your Latrell glasses off for a minute. Latrell broke the code of conduct rule for
And
the
Nico
NRL.
Hines
and Nico
and
Hines and all
Cody
these people.
Walker.
Where they're not allowed to come out and comment and publicly say this about the judicial stuff.
Yeah, right.
Should they be fined?
Yes.
Or should they be suspended? I'm not sure what the penalty is, but
Well, maybe.
Well,
I
they've
don't,
got an NRL contract.
it's
Well,
Are they obliged by that code of
They're
conduct
supposed to,
as
yes.
players?
yeah. Well, if
Then-
they've
then
broken
So they've
that,
broken the
responsibility.
contract,
yeah.
so
Well,
yeah.
if they've broken
that's
that
what I mean,
code
like-
of conduct.
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 So they should.
I'll get it out.
Because how can you now say
whatever the penalty is for doing that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but
yeah.
why aren't the NRL following that through?
What's good
Yep.
for one's good for all.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, not just Latrell. Like, there was more than him.
Yeah.
There was all these others, so they should be as well. And another thing that's not been looked at is the two heroes from the Broncos that tried to go toe to toe with Spencer. Why isn't that looked at?
Why haven't they been?
But that's a bit of a grey area because I'm hearing Lenu started that and then the Broncos started it. Like, no,
There should be an investigation. Ask Jeff Tuvey.
yeah, well,
Should be an investigation into that.
You know what I mean? Like, it just can't be left. Okay, Spencer, you've got that. Let's sweep it on the carpet.
Yeah,
I just
it's-
find that. Anyway, back to the.
But I think that's the whole NRL thing, isn't it?
Mm.
We'll just put that under there.
What happens on the field stays on the
So when I start running the NRL like, at the end of the year, well, I'll employ you to do this and do that, and you can be in charge of that.
Yeah.
at the end of the
Probably
day,
get a broom from Bunnings.
at the end of the day, Lenu's only human. He f***ed up on the field and he
Yeah.
knows it. He wanted to pay his own way to fly up to Brisbane and apologise to Ezra Mam.
Yeah.
Ezra Mam said no.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that takes a real man to do that. You know?
The NRL
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
enforced
You're
it.
in the wrong, and you know you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
And you want to publicly do it, privately, whatever.
Yep.
You know.
The NRL should have said, no, sorry, it's happening. It
Yeah.
needs to
You
happen.
know what? Put them both in a room together and let them talk it out.
I think eventually it will. I think it's probably because of Ezra Mam's mental state or thing at the moment. Maybe it's probably because
He probably thinks Lenu wants to go him.
Probably does.
Like, you don't know. Like, Lenu is a fiery
Yeah.
person.
But Lenu would leave that for the on field.
Well, you'd like to think
Okay.
so.
Roosters fan?
Not really.
Roosters fan.
no.
Roosters fan? No. But we all like watching Spencer play.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
even
So-
when he was at Penrith.
So the
yeah.
real loser out of that is the fans.
Like, I'd like to
Same
see.
with Jared Hargraves. I can't say his name.
No, same here.
But,
I don't
you
like
know,
him.
he's a
I don't
fiery
like him.
player when he's out there running around.
But my point is,
He's a good player.
I get he needed to be suspended. They had to do something. I understand that. But 8 weeks, I think it
He
was
accepted
over the top.
responsibility.
Jonathan Thurston, I love the bloke. I think he's great, but he's off his head for trying to say he needed 12 or more.
When their own backyard's not clean, I feel they shouldn't be commenting. A lot of the ones that have come out and spoken, they've all done stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coffs Harbour.
I wasn't going to say that, but like they've all done stupid things in their life.
Yeah.
That's right. But it's the, yeah.
They might be sort of cracking down. Like normally it would have been 4 or 5, and now they're making a statement like we're going to rule this out
Okay.
Yeah.
and rule it out by
If
starting
they-
from scratch.
Yeah.
If they've done that, they've got to stick to it now.
Yes,
For sure.
Yeah.
But there's been other players that have done far worse things than calling someone a
Names and
monkey
stuff.
or an ape, whatever was said, you know, and they're still playing the game. I'm not going to say their names, but
Yeah, but they might be starting from this year, like they've been doing
But
Like
even all the
2 to 4
the
weeks. or
amount
something,
of
it's not
different
enough.
reports that
No,
have been
it's-
from the grand final, then people saying that we were sitting close to the fan side and we could hear the Broncos players saying it. I can't say yes or no it's true because it's only he say, but the amount of reports that are coming in, surely God with the technology and the cameras we've got these days, someone picked that up.
Yeah.
they've got
Well,
people
you-
with
you hear 'em
microphones running down the
on the
side.
ref.
It's
right.
not that
Yeah,
much.
the
So
ref
someone
was
had to have
words.
picked that up.
Well, they didn't
sure.
pick up the thing that Lenu said.
No.
There was nothing on audio there.
Bizarre. Anyway, back to you. I think it was yours.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Greg Marju.
Yeah. How's you?
I'm going with Gagai. He's an old fella, but every time he goes out, 100%.
He did.
Because both gay guys played really good this week.
Dane.
No, they were in Penrith colours.
Dane.
Dane.
Dane Gagai.
Kenny?
Yeah, I'm going KPP, Kai Pearce Paul.
Yeah.
I think
Played well when
he's.
he come on,
When he come on, he played really well. I think he only played 40 minutes,
Yeah.
but I
did
think
play
he
well.
played really well. I think there was we were down their end. I think he got an offload, and I think KP and Bradman Best. I'm
That's
not
going to
too
be a
sure
good
what happened.
combination there.
Yeah,
But my only problem is don't go there every time.
yeah.
Let's change it up because then they're not expecting it, and that's when he can be more dangerous.
He's more like that Lachlan Fitzgibbon. That's what
Yep.
he was doing when he was
Yep.
there, and
Can't
it's
agree more.
kind of it works because he got the offload, and well, I'm not too sure. Kotrick come in too. So did Kotrick touch the ball or like it's hard? Like they, I thought they would have challenged it. I was looking at the big screen and I'm thinking, well, hang on. Like, you should challenge that.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
But they didn't, but no.
Unfortunately. All right, so Greg Marsh, yeah, he's done his. So,
I don't really have one. Like, there wasn't many players in the first grade side that
Stood
really deserve a mention, but
Yeah,
overall,
Thompson.
I probably have to would say Kai Pearce, Paul.
Mm.
Like,
Fletcher,
coming from
Fletcher
the-
Sharp.
no, he deserved great.
oh, so it's going to be a tie. Greg Marshall and
Once he gets used to the
APP.
NRL, he's going to be unstoppable.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be good. He's
Marshall.
well, like I said, debut, played that 40 minutes.
He's a
I
tall
thought
fella too.
I thought he played really well. Yeah,
Well, we've got a
so-
tie for our first night of the round for this week, and Marju and Kai Pearce Paul. So, all right, guys. So what we're also going to do this year is a player of the competition so far, like of the round.
Player of the round.
Yeah, so
right
I'm going to throw it out there too, and you could say I'm biased or whatever, but I'm going to give it to Kurt Mann. The way he come off the bench and lifted the Bulldogs team, they started playing really
really good when he come on. Yeah, I noticed that too.
And
yeah.
I was just saying to Kylie at the time, I said, that's what he used to do with us coming on, and we're missing that part now.
Yeah.
He would come on in and spark that attack and just, I thought we were crazy for getting rid of him, and I still do, but he got my my vote for the weekend. I was really impressed with his debut for the Broncos.
Gosh. Bulldogs.
Yeah, sorry. What did I say?
Broncos.
Yeah.
Hell. You're sleeping outside tonight.
Oh, well, that'll be cool. Kenny?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Luke Brooks.
Yeah,
Brooksy.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He was
over
good.
in Vegas there. I think he was really, really good for Manly.
No pressure on him.
No.
Mm.
No, see, he wasn't carrying the team, see. He could do his own thing. And, yeah, so I reckon, Luke
Brooksy.
Brooks.
I'll probably have to say Latrell. Like, his effort.
Yeah,
over
next.
there in Vegas,
Next.
you know.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
every
yeah.
time he made a tackle, every time he ran the ball, or you could hear the crowd, he's just going, like, really getting behind it.
Yeah,
And
true.
it was a better game over there.
Yeah, he did
It
play.
was out of the two, wasn't it?
He
Yeah,
did
it
play
was,
well.
yeah.
I was going for Kyle Phillip. He was
Yeah.
supposed to get the 130th, and they disallowed it, didn't they?
Yeah.
That'll be this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
Hang on a minute.
I felt sorry for him because everyone was sort of, yeehaw, yeehaw.
He probably should have got it, but
It's going to be tough up there, I know.
I'm dreading it.
Yeah.
Kylie.
So as much as it hurts me to say, I'm going to have to say Ryan Pappenhausen. Coming off
Ooh.
injury, he had a blinder. He was everywhere.
Yeah, right.
It was annoying. Just like Andrew Johns used to be.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? Like, we've all got separate ones this week.
Well, we'll count them.
Oh, we're just giving it
Yeah.
to Kurt, man.
No, but next week someone might pick,
Yeah, that's right.
the same.
Well, that's where we're going to do it this year anyway, to broaden the competition. And, there's a lot more out there, but yeah, it's looking good. So we might take another short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And this time, we used to go up to Elliot and have, what was it last year? It was the Rush, 10
Rush
minutes?
hour,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this year we've got Elliot on again, and we're going to do the week that was. A review of all the games from last week. So a big hello to you up there, champion. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not as well as you guys. I've seen your new setup, very squished. I don't know if you won the lotto or what you did in the off season, but well done.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of hard work from
Yeah.
from us trying to get it up and going. But, mate, speaking of hard work, credit must go to you for your your change in your lifestyle and how many kilos you lost, champion?
No, that's a really nice way of saying from being a fat bugger to a slightly less fat bugger. I appreciate that. I think in 13 now. I think I'm down 13.
Mate, and for those of you who don't know, tell them about the walk you did, mate.
Yeah, we did a charity walk. We were up in far north Queensland a couple of weeks ago. They were hit really badly for flooding back out of last year, so did a charity walk up in Cairns, which ended up being 45k in one hit in the middle of summer, which wasn't my best choice. I did no training for it or anything like that. So I was about 25k in. I remember it. I was 25k in, and I do a weekend show with Benny Hannett, the polar bear, and I was speaking to him on the phone. He'd done quite a few charity walks. He said, "Oh, what kind of training you do on the lead up? What kind of walks?" I said, "Honestly, I just pretended it wasn't happening till the day it was." 25k in, body started to shut down, but yeah, we got there in the end. It took me about a week to recover, but we're back.
Mate, you did well. I seen that, and I just
Good work.
Yeah, to be honest, mate, that kind of stuff, inspiration, mate. So well done to you, champion.
Good on you, mate.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
But mate, we'll get into some of the footy, eh? Good to have the footy back. Vegas, mate. We'll start off with the Vegas with the Sea Eagles versus the Rabbits.
Yeah, I know it was a horrendous tipping weekend or across 2 weeks for everyone. That was one I was proud of tip-wise. I did tip Manly. I just, people have bagged Luke Brooks pillar to post throughout his career, but at the end of the day, he was a bloke that was, dragging along a dead engine for almost 10 years. And we saw what happens when you put him in a system that works. So I think Manly's defence is going to be a bit leaky as the year goes on, but you won't be able to question their attack. I thought they were outstanding to watch. I thought that was my favourite game of the entire round, to be honest, outside of the Melbourne Panthers, the defensive side. I love the attacking footy from both teams.
Yeah, how good was Brooks? I just picked him as the player of the round. I thought he had a sensational game.
Yeah, and he's one of those blokes that he's never said a nasty word about anyone. There's never been a controversial story about him, and he was someone I was really happy for to see him smiling. Aaron Woods is a pretty good mate of mine, and I know he's high on the Brooksy train there at Manly, and just said same thing. You see him walking into training excited, smiling. He no longer has the weight of the world on his shoulders. I thought he was outstanding, and just good to see him just as a ball running six, which is, I think, probably his best position.
Yeah, well, I think there was something they were talking about. I don't know where it was, somewhere at the ground. They were talking about his junior coaches, and they said that was his best position. They said at the Tigers they tried to put him in at halfback and control the team, but they were talking to his junior coaches, and they said no, he's not a halfback. He's a running 5'8", and Manly have let him do that, and yeah, look how good he goes. So.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of good things that come out of that if you're a Manly fan. It means that you're never going to see Josh Schuster in the six ever again, which, and I'm not bagging Josh, I think he's a decent back rower, but he's certainly not a 5'8". Jason Saab out for 6 weeks, I think is a relatively big loss. Tommy Talau is going to play this weekend, but yeah, I thought their back line was great. I questioned Ruben Garrick's move to the centres, but he shut me up, thought he was good. And I'll echo a lot of sentiments from a lot of people. If Tommy Turbo plays every round this year, if he doesn't win the Dally M, he'll be in the top 2 or 3.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, did you see Ruben's little incident? The ankle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Geez, that was
I spoke to actually the Manly trainers after the game, and they said it was a roll, but it's one of those rolls that, you saw the footage. It's bloody painful, but he's good to go for this week. He's been training, so.
Being a former basketball player for many years, I've done that on numerous occasions, and every time I see that,
when I seen it, I was like,
it hurts.
Oh.
Every time I see it, it hurts. It used to be a tennis player that was on the Whitewater Sports, I think it was, and he was running to the net and done the same thing. I get instant pain, But mate, Luke Brooks, mate, he's one you want to see go all the way this year. I feel sorry for the bloke.
He deserves it. Like I think Elliot was just saying, there's not a bad word you can say about him. He's a quiet young bloke that loves his footy by the looks of it and the sounds of it. So.
I tell you what, he deserves all the barbecues he gets.
Yeah.
Going to Manly's.
Good on him. I really hope the bloke goes well.
Yeah.
We're all big on mental health here, as you know, and this mental health effects that bloke must have had on his shoulders for all them years at the Tigers must be, massive.
Huge.
So good on him. Mate, moving on to the Roosters versus the Broncos. Other than that incident that we won't speak about, wasn't too bad of a game, I thought.
Yeah, I I was probably, well, I'm not a Roosters fan by any means, but I've always been impressed by what Trent Robinson's been able to do in that system, and I was pleasantly surprised just to see, I suppose, blokes like Victor Radley play exactly how you'd want to see Victor Radley play. Yes, hit hard, but have that controlled aggression. I thought Terrell May off the bench for them was unbelievable. It's going to be interesting to see with Aria Hargraves back this week what kind of minutes he gets. But yeah, I still think the Roosters' attack was a bit clunky for how good their defence was. I'm still not. I still think Sam Walker's going to continue to improve. I think there's still a bit of immaturity to his game. I think if they're to struggle at all to make the top four, I reckon their attack could end up being their Achilles heel. In saying that, you look at that back five, especially with Dom Young coming back this week, that back five is the best in the competition.
Yeah,
I'll tell you another one that started coming back playing reserve grade last week, and I'm really pleased, is Connor Watson.
Yeah, yep.
Connor's been injured, but he's back. So let's hopefully we see Connor back in first grade very soon, because, one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet, Connor Watson.
Well, that's an Smith spot. I mean, first grade this year, Connor. I didn't watch that game on the weekend, but apparently he was the best player on the field in reserve grade, so.
Good to see. It was sad to see him leave Newcastle, but good to see Connor coming back, the legend. But we'll move on to this unfortunate game of the Knights and the Raiders.
We didn't.
I'd forgotten what that felt like, the feeling of disappointment, the feeling of points left out there. I know we obviously lost in New Zealand at the end last year, but you still left that game feeling pretty proud. Game last Thursday, I think disappointment's probably the easiest word to sum it up. In saying that, and you're really breaking it apart, I think Canberra scored 3 tries off kicks. I think our attack, and I thought, Adzi summed it up pretty well on the presser, is that I think we tried too hard, and you probably want to see that in round one if you're going to see it at any stage. So you look at Kai Pearce-Paul, I thought he was a big positive. I watched him in the trials. I was a bit worried about his defence. I thought he defended really well when he came out in the second half, and has an offload, a couple of threats about him. The only jersey I question at the moment for the Knights is Jack Cogger. I know they want to have him in the team and find him, a reason for him to be there. He's not a natural 9, so when he comes on to play hooker, I think the team loses a little bit, to be honest with you. But in saying that, he gets another opportunity in North Queensland this weekend.
Well, that's what we're saying. Like, he is a champion player, and we have bought him to be in first grade. But where do you put him? You can't break Gamble and Hastings. You've got to stick with that combination.
I reckon
and,
it's better as a utility.
Yeah.
Why take Phoenix out of the hooker role?
Yeah, Phoenix is our hooker going forward. Jaden Brayley, I get we've got him, but Phoenix, he's our hooker for going forward, I think.
Last year.
100%.
But it'll be interesting when Brayley is properly back. There's a couple options O'Brien has, and it's good to have depth. If Jaden ends up starting games and he comes off the bench, Crosland that is, and Cogger doesn't make the 17, the other option that wouldn't shock me with, you've seen the size of Phoenix Arms, he could hold up all of Newcastle. If he could play 13 and Adam Elliott come off the bench, it's probably another option as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah. There's definitely some room to play around there. But
is he playing? I've got my sheets cut off there. Is Phoenix playing the 9 this week, or is it Jaden Brayley?
Yeah, no, he's locked in. I think it's a pretty similar team to last week, except Kai Pearce-Paul starts and Tom Jenkins gets a spot on the wing with Tuala's quad.
Yeah, unfortunate for Tuala. He's never let us down when he's been on. So, speedy recovery, hopefully. Mate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you keep going.
No, you're all right, champion.
I was just going to say that the one player I'd urge Knights fans to be patient with is Will Price. There's a lot of people trying to hurry him into that first grade side, and to be honest, a player like that's the worst thing you do. Let him find his feet. In Reggie's, he's a really young kid, but he's still trying to work out his game. I don't think anyone knows whether 6, centre, fullback, or somewhere else is his best position yet. He's actually a kid I'd love to see play at least half the season or a full season in Reggie's first before given that shot in first grade. But he's an exciting talent.
I tell you what, mate, we watched him play reserve grade last week, and yeah, I'm excited for him. Like, he done some really good stuff on the field, but not just that, he's goal kicking, man.
Mm-hmm.
The way he kicked, as we were saying earlier, well, you'd hate to be his dog. But nah, really good goal kicking, and that's the thing that's let us down in the last few years. Really, is our goal kicking in certain periods. And oh, mate, as you said, I wouldn't rush him in, but when he does, it's going to be good.
Yeah. He'll play first grade, and the goal kicking thing, I understand that issue. I mean, Jackson Hastings was kicking over 80% of the Tigers. Unfortunately, that leg issue means he can't kick goals at the moment. Hopefully KP has a decent year at the boot, but we don't have a lot of other options at the moment.
I mean, Cogger can kick, but Cogger's not really a distance kicker. So Cogger's more, so if we get something out on the sideline, I think he's going to struggle to put that over. But, if maybe you could, give it to Cogger a bit when they're more closer in to give KP a little bit of a break. Anyway, moving on, mate. The Warriors over there at the ditch against the Sharks.
Probably Cronulla's best win in a couple of years for mine. I watched that first 20 minutes from New Zealand, and it felt really similar to the onslaught they put us through last year in that semi.
I thought that's what was going to happen because I watched the start of the game as well, and I thought, well, hang on, the Warriors are going to run away with this. And then, I was doing something else, and I come back and looked at the score, and I was like, what happened?
It wasn't a bad game. I didn't mind it, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see Barney. Barney's playing some good footy.
Yeah. Well, he scored a try, didn't he?
Was it last week or the week before?
Oh, no, it might have been the trial, sorry.
It's the trial. But, and Dallin, they got a good side. They got a great side.
They do.
And inclusion of Capewell.
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Wow, mate.
It's going to be... They're going to be up there, mate. I reckon they're going to come final time. They're going to give it a good crack.
Oh, they'll be there. They'll be thereabouts.
I'm telling you what, there's no more deserving team
than the Warriors. Yeah.
For what they did for the game, for that COVID period. I mean, if they were in the grand final this year, take me hat off to them. They deserve it.
Good side. Good side.
Anyway, moving on, mate, to, I don't think Kylie wants to talk about this one, but Penrith, the duck egg against the Storm, mate. People writing Penrith off already, and to keep the Storm to just 8 off it was pretty good, really, because they're a champion side. But the Storm's defence to hold Penrith to 0 shows they're going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, I reckon there's two big storylines that come out of that game was Melbourne's defence. I can't remember the last time I saw a team just everywhere the way they were. It didn't matter what Penrith threw at them, and to get Penrith to play out of their system, and by that I mean playing ad hoc, no shape. You're a special defensive team to do it. On the other side of it, and I'm not worried about Penrith at all, they'll certainly come good. I think the player to watch is Taylor May. I was sceptical about his move to the centres. I thought he was just about the most dangerous player on the field. He's put on size, he can hit, the way he was moving. I think he's going to be a superstar for them, and that's what they do. They just keep pumping out these amazing players from their system.
Kylie just started smiling because it was only about 5 minutes ago. I think you must have been listening because you said the exact same thing. So
but they were ripping me off because I said from behind at one stage I thought it was Brian To'o because he's got those muscly little legs, and they all laughed at me.
No, well, I just said I don't look at the boys from behind.
Well, I hope not.
No, I thought he was really good. I'm really excited to watch him this year, and the fact they've got him on, I believe a longer term contract. They've just re-signed Tungo on big money as well. That back line is there to stay. I thought he was outstanding. Actually, I think probably not enough was said because they didn't score points, but kind of player that you give early ball and see what he can do. He reminds me of really early days Jesse Ramian before he even came to Newcastle.
Yeah, Jesse Ramian back in the day before he came to Newcastle was on fire. And I think there is glimpses in the last 12 months of that form of Jesse coming back. So, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't there? There was talks of the Blues, wasn't there? Back when
But, the Panthers will be back. People writing them off already, and I'm just like, don't write off a champion. There's a reason why they have 3 premiership rings on their fingers. And
Parramatta this week at home, so that's going to be a cracker game.
yeah,
It's a
it will.
Friday night, isn't it?
Yeah. Mate, not that we're really interested in this one, being the Eels. Oh, sorry, Gary. Eels 26 beat the Dogs 8. But we were talking about this earlier, mate. I was really impressed with Kurt Mann's performance.
I thought he played well off the bench, gave him a little bit of spark. I mean, their issue is going to be their attack. I thought they defended okay for most of the Dogs, but I can't for the life of me work out why Toby Sexton isn't in that team.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to Drew Hutchinson. I thought when he played last year, he actually took the line on a bit, looked threatening. The other side of it, I know there was Bryce Cartwright was getting a lot of raps on the weekend. I actually thought he was their best player last year as well. I think he's well and truly found the Bryce Cartwright that we've all wanted to see, in that doing all the tough work. He's a special for anyone that loves an anytime try scorer. All the talk and hype was about Sean Lane having a massive year on the left, which I still think he will, but Moses and Cartwright, that combination on the right, is actually one of my favourite in the competition.
That combination. Did you see that kiss?
See, the kid, I know, I missed the kid.
Gary didn't. He's got it on record. He'll send it up to you, mate.
Oh, please.
I've lined it out.
I'll tell you who another player that I've had raps on before he even went to the Eels, it was at Penrith, was Jermaine Hobgood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Harvey Bay kid, just no nonsense, rolls his sleeves up. Not necessarily like the modern day 13 in the attacking sense. More, and again, I look at an early days player. It reminds me of Nathan Brown a bit, and I'm not talking about the one that coached us, the one that's at Manly now. Just rolls sleeves up, runs like he's running into a brick wall and can run through it. I think he's pretty inspirational to that team. I thought he was great. I thought their pack was good. It was interesting bringing Paolo off the bench. I don't know if they're going to continue to do that throughout the season, but when you think Mitch Moses was on one leg for most of that game, I thought they were pretty impressive.
Mate, you being a caller and all,
Yep.
I've got to ask, how do you pronounce Junior Paulo's name this year?
Polo.
Paolo, Junior Paolo.
Well, the ones the other day were calling him Barlow with a B, and so it's Barlow this year.
There's some great ones that pronunciation on different players seems to change every year. My favourite one is Jamal Fogarty, who on paper has the world's simplest name, but I reckon it's a 50-50 split between those that call him Fogarty and Fogarty.
Yeah, there's a few out there in there.
Tango,
Yeah.
Tago.
Tongo, Tago.
Yeah,
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
With ours, it's
Yep.
just Smith. You can't.
yeah, exactly.
Smythe.
Hey, don't laugh. When my late father was alive and he was sick, I took him down to Centrelink, and the lady there goes, "Okay, Neil, how do you spell your last name?" You're in a public place and you don't know how to spell Smith. Anyway, that was interesting. But just quickly, did Hopgood make the Origin team last year?
Made the squad, Queensland squad. He's he's a little bit like Cam McInnes. If Cam McInnes was a Queenslander, he would have played 15 Origins by now. He'll play a lot of Origin. Hopgood. He's got a good story. I think if you got the KO or Foxtel app, his face-to-face from last year, if you haven't watched it, it's worth watching. Lost his dad at a young age, and he was a bit of a rat bag as a kid, but he's a really good story.
Yeah, no, I've had raps on him when he was at Penrith, and I said, watch this kid, and
Parramatta scooped him.
Yeah, that's I suppose you can't keep him more, but yeah, he's definitely a talent. But mate, did you call this one the Cowboys and Dolphins?
You missed
Yeah, we sure did. It was an attacking masterclass, that one.
No, wasn't it?
What was your take on the penalty try?
I thought it was disgraceful. I think it's one of the worst I've ever seen, and I'm not someone that likes to rip on officials, but the bunker got 4 wrong in that game, and 4 that were just I couldn't believe it. When you got that much time to make the right decision, and everyone's blaming Casey Badger, yep, she's the main one in there. There's other people inside the box as well.
Yeah.
To come to the consensus they did, particularly on that penalty try, it blew my mind. It is the exact opposite of what the ruling for penalty try is meant to be. It was like they wanted to put their stamp on the game from the bunk. It was imagine if that's a close game. If that's 10-all with 25 minutes to go in the game and you call a penalty try there, you've ruined the game.
Well, this is the problem we had last year, and I was getting so cranky about it all the time. And it's not going to change until every official is under the same interpretation of the rule, how it is. We're going to keep running into these problems.
Oh, yeah, because the interpretation is on the field. The referee will say something, and they go to the bunker, and the bunker will completely say something completely different. And then you're sitting at home scratching your head going, hang on, but that's not the rule.
Yep.
Well, this is when they go up. I'd like to see the NRL change it to, when they go, we've got no try. I'd like to see them tell the truth and go, I've got no idea, and send it up there.
Well, like I was saying before with the Penrith one, okay, with Jerome Luai running out the back and he had the decoy runner, okay. Now, a couple of years ago, the same incidents happened with us against the Broncos, okay. Tia Maria Martin, I think that's how his name's pronounced. I'm not too sure.
Tia Maria?
Yeah. It's a great drink. I wouldn't drink it though. But, he's come around the back and they're saying that he's caught the ball just as he's... and they've called it a try. I'm pretty sure Jerome Luai's was kind of a little bit similar. You know what I mean? I'm not... You call one a try, but you call the other not.
Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. Tyson Gamble's was a try.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
So,
Excuse me, we're not talking about Tyson Gamble right now.
Beat me to it, guys.
Yeah, it's the biggest debate in the game at the moment, really.
Yeah.
But, it's different interpretations. And it's not just one game. It's probably 2 or 3 games nearly every round.
Oh, it is. But let's hope Kyle Felt doesn't get his 130th, was it? This week, anyway. Save it for the week after.
Yeah, there's a few matchups, and I wish I could be a bit more neutral watching this game rather than wanting Newcastle to win. We're going to call this game with Triple M. There's a few matchups in particular that I am fascinated by. I thought the Newcastle middles got absolutely bullied by Canberra on the weekend, so I expect Thompson and Saifidi was starting to mark up against McLean and Taumalolo. The Dearden v Gamble's a fun one, but Zach Laybutt is going to be up against Bradman Best with that side of the field. Zach Laybutt had an outstanding game for the Cowboys on the weekend. He's fast, he's fit. I thought Bradman Best tried his guts out last week, but, I expect that Knights left side to score some points. You get Marju v Felt as well.
Yeah, he never lets you down, does he, Marju? Like, in a beaten side was still... pretty well. But I must say, obviously, I'm a big Leo Thompson fan. And did you think he was off a lot on Thursday night? Like, he was on the sideline more than he should have?
Oh, so replaced?
Yeah.
Is what you mean?
Like, he sat... it was too long on the bench. Like, I know we've got the Saifidis and all that, but someone of Leo's... I want Leo on the park.
Yeah.
I thought I saw him on the bench for at least half an hour.
He was on there for a while, and because we were sitting right behind him, and he was like, you could see he was itching to get on, and then he stood up, and he's got the number in his hand, and he's trying to get on. Like, he wanted to be on.
Yeah.
And I'm, take my, fan out of it, but I want Leo on there because I think he is in the top 5 best front rowers of the game. I know it's a big call, but seeing him since being in the New Zealand Maori squad under Fisher Harris, I honestly go as far as he's one of the best 5 front rowers in the game.
Yeah.
If not now, by the end of the year, he will be.
Oh, yeah. His performance last year, from basically no one knew who he was, and then the way he finished off the year, very hard hit and led by example, and it did feel like the rest of the full pack followed with him last year.
And a very humbled guy, like one of the real nice guys to talk to.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your take, mate? What you think I'm right on that?
I don't think he's there yet, and I like him a lot as a player. And I was literally just going through names in my head as you guys were talking. No, I wouldn't even necessarily have him in my top 10 in the game yet. But it's not to say that he won't get there. Still young. I really hope the deal with his brother gets over the line. It just, even just from a sense of having 2 sets of brothers at the club, that'd be pretty cool as well.
Yeah, twins as well. Yeah,
his brother. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who his brother's like. But yeah, I missed one in the Titans and the Dragons, mate. Did you see this coming like that?
Yeah, hardly worth talking about, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, because I did expect the Dragons not to be pushovers. Shane Flanagan for everything wants to say about him. The bloke can really coach.
100%.
The Titans missing Dave Fafita and Kieran Foran. Pretty much everything they do in attack goes through Foran. I'm not surprised they were clunky. I didn't expect them to be putrid, which they were. But for the Dragons, again, there's a couple of storylines there. Not everyone loves Kyle Flanagan. I was really happy to see him play as a six. I think he's a decent six. We talk about the Luke Brooks story and how he was just able to be freed up. Not the similar situation for Kyle. Having someone as good as Ben Hunt, being your seven, control the game. Kyle was just able to run the ball. There was no pressure on him to be the chief playmaker. And for as much as Zach Lomax says he doesn't want to be there at the moment, geez, I thought he had a barnstorm of a game on the wing.
He played all right. Yeah, he did.
You don't want to be there, but you're killing it.
Yeah.
Why would you move? You know what I mean? Like, I get he wants to play fullback and whatever, but you're killing it.
There's talks of him. You want the Parramatta or something? Yeah.
What is wrong with him?
Hey.
Sorry, guys. Nah, but what's his name's just former Bulldogs captain.
Oh, play Tyler Mariner. Yeah, he had a belter.
Yeah, didn't he?
And
Offloads.
You know what?
Wow,
I really hope this bloke kills it too.
But what is it with players going to
Changing
different clubs and then they just
change of environment. They need it. But that's another story. He's like another Luke Brooks. He's another one I felt sorry for with the whole saga with the Bulldogs last year. And I honestly, if we had the room and we needed a prop, I would have took him. I rate him. I think he's pretty good.
Right, Fatal Mariner.
Yeah,
yep.
And I've felt pretty sorry for him with the whole stuff that went on.
With the Bulldogs.
There was more to that than meets the eye. But done well, man.
He has. I suppose Newcastle do have a club debutant this weekend. Jed Cartwright, I saw, has been placed on the bench. Come across from the Bunnies, plays a bit of back row, can play in the centres if needed too. So he's a bit of a Mr. Fix-It role, of course, with Lucas out with that head knock. He'll sort of. I don't think Pierce Paul play 80, especially right now. It's night time in Townsville and it's still 28, 29 degrees. It's going to be like that come Saturday afternoon. So, I'd be surprised if the big Pommy plays more than about 40 or 50.
Well, it's night time here in the studio and the air conditioner's kicked it in and I think it's about 43 degrees.
Yeah, I think Jed Cartwright, I think he played prop in the New South Wales Cup.
Yeah.
So,
mate, obviously calling the Cowboys Knights game this week. Yeah, it'll be...
What about the Tigers, mate? That was a good win over the bye.
But they're undefeated.
Yeah. Well, I saw they're sitting in ninth where they belong, so...
Oh, mate, obviously not going to have to ask you who you're going for this week, but what do you think? Knights or Cowboys are going to get it?
I'll say this. I think the Knights at $2.90 much longer odds than they should be. I think it's a 50-50 game. Last year, flashback, there was a lot of emotion in that game. Adam O'Brien didn't travel with the team. It was the week his mum passed.
Oh, yeah.
He came up on game day, so there's a little bit of disruption there. The Knights weren't great. They lost in the final seconds. They had a chance to score, but for some reason we ran a crash ball play. I think it was 20-18 final score. So I expect it to be something pretty similar this weekend, and hopefully Newcastle on the right side of it.
Is this the week from last year that Marju missed the bus? Was that the same?
No, that was
that was against the Broncos.
I actually feel bad because we were actually having a beer with Greg in the sheds after that game, and I feel like we started the rot. Maybe had a few more beers after that.
I was going to say, mate, can you get him on the bus because we don't want to lose him for next week?
If he misses the bus in Townsville, I'll be concerned because there aren't a lot of places to go. I think he's pretty safe.
All good, mate. Mate, once again, we love having you on, mate, and it's good to have you back again for this year, and have a good call on the weekend. Hopefully the Knights get up.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
No worries, mate.
Awesome, champion. Catch you next week.
Talk to you.
Take care.
See you, bye.
All right, guys, we'll take another short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, it's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number one, who we got there?
Yeah, you got the Wookiee, named King, but everyone knows he's Wookiee on Rebels. So, yeah, that's how most people know me.
Hey, mate, how are you, champion?
Oh, not bad for Tuesday night. Enjoying a good win on the weekend from the mighty Cowboys.
Nah, mate, you're breaking up there. Sorry. Yeah, no.
Oh, you're afraid we're going to do teach Ponga about desertion like we did to Hasma after Dow.
Oh, mate, you
We
won't.
don't like deserters from our club, and we taught Hammer that, and Ponga's going to be next. So
Mate.
that's my question to you guys. Do you think Ponga can handle the pressure that Hammer couldn't?
Mate, he'll handle it and some. Like, you'll find it hard to catch him, put it that way.
Oh,
No, I hope so anyway, but nah, it should be a good game, mate. Round one jitters out of the way. And, yeah, it should be a pretty good game. It's always a pretty hard hunting ground for the Knights up there.
Yeah, it is.
But hopefully we can break that hoodoo this week and come home with the chocolates. Well, for us anyway, but for you, you probably don't want to see that. But, yeah.
Well, they're talking mid-30s and high humidity on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you had Elliot Lovejoy on there before, and he was saying the same from Triple M up there, and he was saying it's going to be pretty warm. So,
Yep.
yeah,
To be honest, I don't think you were beating the Cowboys up there since, was it 2015?
it's a long. Every
think.
team has a hoodoo
Yeah.
one, and that's ours by far.
But that was the old 1300 Smiles Stadium.
Dairy Farmers, remember
Yeah,
old Dairy
Dairy
Farmers?
Farmers, yeah. But,
Originally Stockland Stadium many moons ago when the
Yes.
Cowboys first started out.
yeah, it sure did.
It
yeah.
was Stockland, and the Knights were sponsored by Stockland as well.
yeah.
So,
Then I went to Park Imports Overflow, then Dairy Farmers, then finishes at 1300 Small Stadium.
Yeah.
And if you look at the aerial shots, there's not even a stadium there, more cleared ground ready for some new big police precinct.
yeah, I
right.
did see that actually.
wow.
Yeah, it's all cleared.
Okay.
Mate, I throw it out to you. You have to get down next time the Cowboys come to Newcastle, mate. Come and enjoy some good atmosphere.
Oh, mate, I'm possibly planning a trip to Sydney in September, so might catch up then. We'll see how we go, eh?
Sounds good, champion.
Yeah.
Mate, anyway, all the best to the Cowboys on the weekend. Don't play too good, but
Good luck to your Knights too, Dean.
sorry, mate.
Good luck to your Knights too, Dean.
Yeah, mate, we're going to need it. So,
Hey, one quick question though, Kylie.
Yes.
How do you feel your team making history in the weekend, being the first defending premiers not to score a point in a 3-1?
Look,
How does that feel as a supporter?
we are all about breaking records, and that's just another one to add to our belt.
always say, but there's nothing wrong with a slow starter.
Not a problem. Have a good night, guys.
You take
Cheers,
care.
mate.
Thanks, champion, and hope you enjoy the show. And come on anytime, champion.
Not a problem. Catch you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
buddy.
Well, mate.
All right, guys, time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
Paul Morgan.
G'day, Paul. How are you, champion?
I'm good, thank you, T.
Mate, what's your question for us, mate?
Well, number one, how did you think the first round went? And number two, how do you feel that the Panthers will go this year?
Round one wasn't good for me, personally. I don't think it was good for Kylie either. But, yeah, the Panthers are too good of a team and a club not to bounce back. There's a reason why they got 3 premiership rings on their hand.
Quite true.
You can't write them off.
You can't write them off, mate. They'll definitely be back. And, yeah, Kylie.
Okay, and who do you think will be the surprise packet of the year?
Well, St. George were the weekend just gone.
Well, I'm going to hate saying this.
Me too, but Manly.
Parramatta.
Thanks, Kenny.
Or,
Yeah.
I don't know about surprise package, but I think they're going to do really well will be the Auckland Warriors.
Yeah.
Hope so.
So,
Well, they went well last year. Well, they let a 12-0 lead last Sunday go to Toulouse and got done.
yeah.
Yes, I still know, but I agree with you. They'll be up there, most probably in the top 4.
Yeah, but I think the surprise package this year, I think will be Manly with Luke Brooks. I just
After the weekends, yes. Yeah, well, if he stays fit.
Yeah.
I can see them
Quite
doing
agree.
some good things, and my tip for the spoon will be the Titans.
The Titan
Yeah.
Tigers. Yeah.
Titans.
Well, they were disappointing, weren't they?
Yeah, well, see, yeah, I honestly can't even see the Titans beating the bye. To be honest, that was terrible.
They were terrible. Yeah.
But
Geez, you're a hard man.
yeah, well, that's what she says. She, you know. But anyway, mate. Yeah, Kylie, you got anything on the Panthers to add?
4-24.
4-24. There, you've heard it here first from the crazy lady.
Geez, wow.
Oh, yeah.
God. Yeah, thank you, Carly.
Mate, I hope you enjoy the show and you're in the running for the call of the week to go in the draw to win either the $250 tattoo voucher thanks to Sayers Inc. or the $150 cash thanks to the Nighttime Podcast. So
Okay.
stay tuned and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show, mate.
Okay. Stay soon.
Thanks,
Stay
Jamie.
on.
Thanks, mate.
Okay.
Bye, mate.
Take care.
Okay.
Mate.
Okay.
All right, guys, time for caller number 3. Who we got there?
It's the general here. Good evening, all.
G'day, champion. How are you?
Mate.
Hello.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Mate, what can we do for you tonight? What's your question, champion?
All right. Oh, well, I know it's early in the season, but I just thought what your predictions are on the top 4.
Oh, that's a hard one. I reckon it's going to be pretty hard to answer really like till round 4, 5,
Right,
start
yeah,
seeing things. But I'll take an early stab in the dark and go not in no particular order, but my top 4 will be Warriors, Penrith, Storm, and as hard as it is for me to say it, Roosters. And the Knights will finish 5th.
Again, you reckon? Yeah.
Okay.
What do you reckon, Kenny?
Me? Oh, well, it's Penrith and the Storm. As for the other two, Broncos.
No one. What about Broncos?
Yeah, Broncos.
They were hard
and,
to leave out.
Warriors.
Yeah.
One more, Kenny.
Yes, that's it.
Warriors.
Warriors.
Warriors. Yep. Greg.
Yeah, and
Corey, sorry.
Yeah, definitely Penrith and Brisbane. You know, like if they carry on the form that they had from last year, they're going to be up there. I'd like to see Manly get up there. They had a bit of a disappointing year last year, and with Luke Brooks going there, like he seems so happy there, and hopefully that's what Daly Cherry Evans needs in the halves. And I'd like to see them get up. And the Dragons with Shane Flanagan. We all saw what he done.
Are you smoking crack?
No, we all saw what Shane Flanagan done with Cronulla when they won the comp, and you know the way they played on the weekend.
The Dragons.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Dragons.
All right. Is your name? Hang on, we had a Corey last year that was a little bit off like that too, and now he's filling the role. Yeah, Dragons.
Yeah.
No, I'm a Knights fan, but you know, like.
Yeah, hey, he could be right.
Yeah.
He could be right, but
Dragons. Wow.
Fair enough.
if he got that on record and he'll come back in finals time and say,
Yeah.
Are
hey,
we bringing
Smedo,
back
you're
bold
wrong.
predictions
I'm
again?
just writing a note here about that.
Kylie.
Definitely Melbourne. Broncos,
Yeah, here's another one. Yeah.
Broncos, Roosters, and I'm hoping Penrith, but the Cowboys might be there.
Yeah. So no one's really give the Knights a hope to get the 4, yeah?
No, doesn't feel like it.
Do you want my prediction?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Parramatta.
Para.
Para.
The Warriors,
Yeah.
Penrith, and Manly.
That's free.
He said Para.
Oh,
What Para? Yeah, for.
there's your 5th.
It's either the Broncos or the Roosters. I'm going to go the Roosters.
There's some hard spots there, but I'm going to throw it out to you while we're on that. Who's going to get the spoon?
Tigers.
Tigers.
Titans and Tigers. That's
I said,
what we've got here.
yeah, I reckon it'll be Titans personally. They played, seriously, they'd struggle on the bye. They would. They were woeful.
But during the off-season at the Tigers, they had a lot of dramas internally in that club. And
Yeah, but something's got to change there. There's like Appy Coruscant is too good of a player not to, you know. And then you got that Buller,
They got big David Clemmer there.
That's
well.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
They got some quality players. It's just got to.
Aiden Caesar.
There's
He's a
another
veteran.
big-
He's a veteran. So.
Not gelling.
The club are the problem.
Yeah,
That's the ball.
They got rid of them. Yeah.
100% it's the ball.
The two main culprits, I think they're gone.
Is it Shane Richardson's now back over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So he.
was that Pasco and the other
Yeah.
fella that wore all the weird crap.
He must be the one that was in.
I don't know. He just used to wear some weird and the hat and yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he might have been the one that was responsible for the barbecue.
Barbecue, whatever. Yeah.
Could have been. Yeah.
Who's the general pick for the 4 at this stage?
Penrith, Storm, Broncos. Maybe the, don't want to say it, but the Roosters.
Yeah.
Bloody chooks.
I mean, I don't like the Roosters, but I can't help but watch them now. Well, I mean, well, I will in 8 weeks. I'm a big Spencer fan. Like he's not. I just like watching the bloke play. And if Connor Watson comes back,
Yeah.
you know. But anyway, mate, we'll I suppose time will tell. And yeah, thanks for calling, champion, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Sure will. Have a good week.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, General.
Okay.
Bye, all.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 4. Who we got there?
G'day, guys. It's Big Shane
Hey, champion, a
Hey,
bit
mate.
under the weather, are you?
here. Yeah, got a bit of the old croaky going at the moment. Yeah.
Mate, yes, everyone, Big Shane's got the night off tonight. He's a bit crook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's
Yeah.
your question for us, champion?
So my question is, so at the end of the game on Thursday night, the players had a 15-minute clock countdown to get off the field, and that's all they're allowed, 15 minutes to see the fan. What do you think about that?
Funny story there, actually, because someone already wrote into the show and said the same thing. So it's
have been Shane.
it's a hot topic. Do you have an alter ego name? Because someone else wrote in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I couldn't agree more with you, mate. We said this earlier, but the buzzer for the 15 minutes started before everyone was ready to be able to talk to them too. Like, you know, they were still getting interviewed and stuff.
Yeah.
15 minutes doesn't give a lot of time for the players to get around. I just don't understand why there's a time limit, to be honest, maybe even half hour.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the captain and the coach have got their commitment with the the press conference. Fair enough, but you know, the rest of the guys they got all week to review the game and all that. I mean, why do they have to?
Okay, well,
You know, it's all about being with the fans and that. You know.
I ask you this question. The Canberra players hung around where the Canberra Bay was for quite a while. Why they don't have to get in from media, so why does our club have to?
Yeah, that's it. See,
Going back to
our guys are over there beating the drum and everything. You know, the Raiders guys. And they do that every week. They don't have a time limit. They all hang around for ages.
Rub it in, mate.
And it,
Rub it
it's
in.
but it's the first time I've seen that, and that just caught me off guard.
Well, I go back to 2 years, not last year, year before, because unfortunately we missed the Knights versus Penrith game because someone that's pretty good with the show here decided to get married on that night.
That was a really good wedding, though.
Yeah, it was a good wedding, I must admit. Shout out to Jason Pendlebury and Melissa. But, 2 years ago, Penrith stayed out at Newcastle after the game for over an hour.
Yeah, right.
Jerome Luai went from one end of the field to the other and made sure every single person got a photo. James Fisher-Harris, Moses Leota, and I can't remember who the third one.
Billy Army.
Yeah, it was Viliama Kickoff.
Yeah, wow.
Come over.
Yeah, because you got the security guard to send him over. I was hiding.
Because I got Kylie a message from Fish and said, we seen him a week before at Penrith.
Yeah, yeah.
And said, we're going to be, And they come up and seen Kylie and said hello for her birthday. And I thought, wow, they come from all the way down the other end up to here just to see Kylie and say happy birthday and get a photo with her. And Jerome Luai went from. It took him a good hour and a half, I reckon.
All the kids were trying to climb over each other and climb over us to get to
Yeah,
Jerome
And
Luai.
my poor mother was sitting, the elderly mother, and all these people are climbing on top of her.
She's growling at him.
But
Yeah.
they all stayed out. Why can't our players have that same time?
I know. It's just. I watched that Parramatta players documentary the other week on the weekend.
Sean
Must
Lane.
be a good one.
Yeah. And that's what he said. He said he went over to all the European soccer teams and that, and he said the amount of time those players had for the fans at the game and that, such a community-built spirit, and they all love each other, and it just, you know, our game's got to start getting into that and figuring out that that's what it needs.
100%. I tell you what, and I'll be the first to say it. A couple of years back, I didn't like Sean Lane. Now,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot more of the bloke. I respect the bloke highly. I think he's an absolute champion of a guy. It's just a shame. It's just a shame he plays for Parramatta.
Yeah.
But you're dead right, mate. I think it's good but bad.
What about all the Knights fans and all our viewers and that put in a bit of a petition? You know, like just show the.
I think it's got something to do with the media in the Knights. I'm not too sure if that's.
It could, but what I don't get is how can our players have to go for immediate stuff, but then
the other teams
Penrith
don't.
or Parramatta don't?
Yeah,
Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's our home game, I know. But there's only two people that would go for the press conference, and that's Adam O'Brien and the captain.
That's right.
I don't understand why all the rest of them.
He talks to the players before he goes to the press conference. Why can't they go to the press conference while the players are out seeing the fans, and then he addresses the players?
Yeah.
If he goes, if they go, but we need to talk on about the players. Well, no, he doesn't. He can go,
Do it the next day.
talk about the game and just say, I haven't spoke to the boys yet. I'll talk about the game. I haven't spoke to the boys, but, we've just had a loss. I can imagine that they're quietly upset, but they're out there seeing their fans.
Yeah.
Was it a
They got to start getting their priorities right. It's just the wrong priorities.
100%, mate. I'd like to say you can go in the draw for the Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher, or the $150 cash, but unfortunately you're ineligible being a crew member.
Yeah, that's all right.
But I don't know if you got any room left anyway.
Yeah.
But
Getting
mate,
like that.
hope you get better and hope to see you next week. But get well, champion, and see you next week.
All right. No problem. See you, crew.
Thanks, champion.
See you, Big Shano.
All right, guys, time for caller number 5. Who we got there?
Hi, we got Phil from Chipley.
Hey, Phil, how are you, champion?
Good, buddy. How you going?
Good, thanks, mate. What's your question for us, mate?
Hey, just wondering, in regards to the Eels, Parramatta Eels, we're just wondering when Brett Kenny and Nick Cronin, Ray Price, Peter Sterling are going to be made immortal.
Immortal.
And part of the immortal team.
After the chief.
Yeah, you got to put the
After the chief. Oh no, Chief's got a long time to wait. Yeah, he'll get there, but not before those boys.
Unfortunately, it's going to be hard because.
Well, I think Cameron Smith, JT.
Yeah, they're pushing for that as well.
Yeah,
and then I know that Cleary's got a long way to go yet, but when he retires, they're going to throw him in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt, and all those guys you named, they deserve to be there. There's no doubt about it. They've all done their. They've all done their.
Yeah. The Knights back line. No.
Oh gosh.
I believe they deserve to be in there.
Oh, for sure.
But it's just a matter of when.
Well, especially Cronin, I think. Yeah.
Sterling.
They're
I know Ray Price, Brett Kenny. They definitely. There's no. I can't see how they haven't got in there before this. But
Ray Price has got dementia, is it? Early stages
of dementia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound horrible, but if anything happens to him down the track and he passes away, I think they'll push him through before some of the others.
They'll probably put in post Thomas one. Posthumous. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, look how long it took for, was it Daily Messenger, was it? Or Club?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. Like they certainly like to take their time, put these guys in. Like that
But Andrew
Been
Johns
led-
is straight through, really, like compared to, and rightly so, because he's probably been the best player to ever play the game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
at this
He's right up
stage,
there.
but,
There's no doubt.
Mate, they do deserve to be in there. It's only a matter of when.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't
That's
have the
it.
answer for that one. It's,
We'll find out in October, mate, or was it October or September into September?
Yeah.
I think.
They might put the whole team.
Something like that. Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, exactly. Because they're going to smack Penrith on Friday night, like they do every year, and then hopefully that will give us a string of victories coming. So
well, you got floor boy. Oh, not floor boy Gary. Interim Gary. Now they're smiling and cheering, and then you got the crazy lady not cheering. So
I hope it's better than 2022.
oh, anything's better than 2022. Like, come on.
See, Parramatta beat us when it doesn't matter.
doesn't
I know.
ma-
That's
doesn't
the
matter,
problem.
Parramatta.
Ding, ding.
Well, no, it's usually what's the matter, Parramatta. Like, come on, if you're going to say, you're going to get it right. All right? Jeez.
Mate, I hope that answered your question as best we can. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show, mate, and
Yeah, no worries, man. All good.
and may the best team win.
That's it. Exactly. All right, mate.
Thanks,
See you guys.
man.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. See ya. Bye.
All right, guys, that's Talking Schmidt for this week. And, yeah, who do you reckon's going to win out? I reckon we put Kenneth Taffy, the first guy in from all the way up in Queensland, to our winner.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you all agree with
Give
that?
him the big tick. Yeah.
Kenneth Taffy, mate, you're our winner for Talking Schmidt this week, and you go into the draw. We'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, and it's that time of night for a bit of humour with Kylie, Crazy Lady's Joke of the Week.
Right. A lady was walking past a pet store when a parrot said, "Hey lady, you're really ugly." The lady was furious and continued on her way. On the way home, she passed by the pet store again and the parrot once more said, "Hey lady, you're really ugly." She was incredibly ticked now, so she went into the store and said that she would sue the store and kill the bird. The store manager apologised profusely and promised he would make sure the parrot didn't say it again. The next day, she deliberately passed by the store to test the parrot. "Hey lady," it squawked. "Yes," she paused. "You know," said the parrot.
Good one.
I got one for you.
No.
Not the tractor.
No,
Oh, thank
or the
God.
Harley. But, you know, dogs can't use MRI machines,
Because it's a CAT scan.
but cats can.
Have you heard the Harley joke?
No, we'll say that for another day.
Okay.
Anyway, that's you for this week, Don.
Mm-hmm.
Go the Panthers against the Riverworms.
Be a good game.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hey,
Good luck.
are we going to have a little
Yeah.
wager on this? Are we going to have a wager on this or anything?
Yeah, some dyed hair or
Yeah.
I'm
If-
thinking,
if-
dyed hair.
Or a Panthers jersey? You got to wear a Panthers jersey
Yes.
if the Eels lose?
Yes.
You can't wear another team's jersey. You just
No?
can't.
Okay, dyed hair it is.
Already dyed it.
No, yeah, I'm thinking outrageous. I'm pink. Yes.
No.
Just coloured hairspray.
Yeah, it just sprays on and you wash it out over a couple of days.
Not when you're spraying it. It'll be something bad.
No.
Oh, well,
Penrith colours.
I just reckon he's got to wear it. Nah, because.
Yeah, red, was it? Red, green, like the old.
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow, black,
I haven't got
white.
a Penrith one big enough.
I do.
Okay. What are you going to do
Well,
with
so is it the jersey.
heroin? I've got about six.
Try.
I've got 6 Parramatta shirts that ain't going in the wardrobe.
I can't because that's a jinx.
Hey, I've only ever got her twice in my whole life in a Knights jersey. One was because.
Yeah, the first time I was trying to get in your pants.
But she got to be jersey instead. But I tell you what, I used to be a lot bigger than what I was, and this jersey was. She looked like a coat hanger in it. Eh?
Yeah,
This
right.
jersey was huge. I could show you, but she'd probably kill me. And the other one, I got her at a game once with a nice jersey on at
Yeah,
Newcastle.
nice.
Yeah, when we first went to the games together, I don't know what I was thinking.
You were probably drunk, weren't you, Kylie?
Yes, something like that.
Anyway, on that note, we'll see you next week.
I'll wear a Penrith shirt. Kylie's got to wear that big Knights jersey.
You can probably get both using that Knights jersey. I'm telling you. Yeah, but I'm
That
glad.
is
Gone
bad.
missing.
It's all right, I got plenty more. Anyway, yeah, maybe that's something for the viewers to decide. The loser has to.
And you can't ring in.
Sorry?
Ken Dog, you can't ring in on it.
No,
okay?
I know a few people.
Yeah.
I know a few people.
I can
like-
get someone else too.
Yeah, Jim Shorts. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, on that note, we'll catch you next week, Darren, and yeah,
Bye.
go the Penny Panthers. All right, we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back to this week's preview. Yeah, first game up, we have. Sorry for that, I did have them in order, but it's the Roosters versus Manly. Jason Saab is out for Manly, and obviously Spencer Linu is out for the Roosters. Yeah, Dominic Young's back for the Roosters with Egan Butcher, Jared Warrior-Hargraves, and Zach Dockery-Clay, if I said that right. For Manly is Brad Parker, Jamie Humphreys, Raymond Tamula. Yes, he's a very hard name to pronounce. Vogler and Tommy Talau. So, yeah, boys, how do you see this one going?
It's going to be a close game. It's like how have both teams recovered from coming back from Las Vegas?
Manly are good.
Manly
I think it's going to be a hard one.
This is a brookie too.
Yeah, Jason Saab set to miss 6 weeks with a hamstring injury. His place will be taken by Tommy Talau.
That's not a bad replacement. Tommy Talau.
But I think they're going to miss Saab out there on the wing.
Yeah.
He adds an extra depth to that side out there on the wing with his speed and his ability to cross the line. I think they're going to miss him a bit out there.
Yeah, actually, before we start, welcome Cam. Cam's joined us in the studio tonight, watching on the lounge, and we thought we'd get him up for the last segment. So, welcome, Cam.
Well, thanks, guys.
And, it's going to be a hard one. Josh Justice going back to New South Wales Cup too.
It's
You reckon he'll ask for a release?
well, wasn't he asking for a release last year, or didn't he want to? He's either, what did he say? He said, I'm going to play 5'8", or
Yeah.
he's not a
5'8". No.
Don't get me wrong, he's got good skills with the ball and that, but
He's not a 5'8".
he's not. No.
Might be better as a utility or something like that.
Yeah.
Jake Arthur, Brad Arthur's son, is 18th man for this game. So, yeah, it's a shame he's not. Yeah. Dom Young, as I said, named to return from a neck injury.
It's hard going to see him in Roosters jersey, I'm telling you. It's
Yeah.
gonna be very hard.
I find this. I know something had to happen, but Spencer Linu out until round 10. That's a hard pill to swallow.
That's a
for me.
big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I was really looking forward to seeing Spencer and Rawia Hargraves go out there and just match it with the Manly boys.
Yeah. I think where Hargraves, he's still, isn't he?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, he only got the one game, did he? I thought he got two.
Yeah, no, he's back.
Yeah,
Probably last year at the Roosters too. I'd say he'll end up in
he's-
England next year.
He's going to Hull. I
Hull,
think
is
it
he?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's Hull. I think so. I'm not too sure. I think it is.
Sea Eagles, I think, may just get him, but it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, Manly.
Seagulls.
Well, out there at Brookie, they are a bit of a hard side to beat out there.
Still pothole land for me.
Yeah.
I'm actually tempted to drive over to Brookie and go watch that game. You know, it's only half
Yeah,
an
that
hour
ball.
drive from home. So,
Nah, they got some nice beer there.
yeah, I've tried it. I'm not really a fan of it. So,
Who are you going for, Corey?
I'll probably have to say Manly. Brookvale Oval.
Well, if you're going to go there, I'd back for Manly.
So I'm the only one going for the Roosters.
Not the first time you've backed. Oh, don't matter.
Back the winner.
Speaking of ginger beer, big shout out to Little Dragon, the best ginger beer on earth at this present time, because there's actually another company making one soon that we'll see. So, but yeah, Little Dragon, love it. Yeah, so Roosters, you guys.
Yep, Roosters.
All right, moving on. Dolphins versus the Dragons. Yeah, both these teams were. The Dragons won, but they weren't convincing for me. You know, they played a.
Oh, I think with Flanagan there, they got not Kyle. I think the Shane Flanagan. He's a premiership winning coach. He's got him firing.
I'll take
They were playing a poor Titans team.
Yeah.
So
the
I'd like to see him against someone like the Roosters or Manly or
See
the
how they
Broncos.
go.
To see how they go, see how they match up there.
The ends for them are Blake Laurie's back. That'll be a big inclusion.
Yeah.
Hame Sally, or however you spell his name. They're the main ones. Ray Stone's out for the Dolphins. And Ooh.
I can't believe he's up there. Wow.
Byron Keeley, well, they were huge raps on him down here.
Yeah. And didn't we swap him? Didn't he get traded to the Sharks so we could get Hastings?
Yeah, he got
and now he's
traded
at the
to someone for
He must have been going too well at
Who
the
do you
Sharks,
think,
huh?
Dino? Mate, this one's going to be a toss of a coin, but I reckon up there, probably the Dolphins might be just a little bit too strong. They got a good team on paper. I mean, Flanagan's got them doing good things, but as you said, they played a pretty ordinary
Titans team. Yeah, they're very ordinary.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with the Dolphins on this one. I can't go past them at home. And I just think that Ben Hunt and also Sloan, they have their ups and downs. They can have a good game and then they can have a slow game. You can't predict it with those two.
Yeah,
I'm the Dolphins.
So you're a Fins up.
Fins up this week.
I'm going
Kenny.
Dragons.
Dragon?
Dragons, yeah, St George.
Rory.
I'm tossing up between the Dolphins and Dragons.
Well, that's the two teams playing.
I don't know what one to pick. Dolphins at home. They're at KO Stadium at Redcliffe. You know, they've been pretty good there last year, and I think that form's going to continue. So I'd have to say the Dolphins.
Yep.
All right, Penrith against Parramatta. Some big ins for Penrith. Scott Sorensen. Mitch Kenny's back.
They'd have to come back this week, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, you got William Greg coming back, so that's a
plus.
Yeah, I rate him.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, you like him?
Yep.
I thought so. But I'm not going to say anything yet. How do you see, mate? Who you got this one?
Wow. What a game.
Yeah, it is going to be a cracker.
This is going to be hard to pick. You know, Parramatta played absolutely fantastic last week at home. Penrith lost 8-0.
Penrith have lost that and their World Club Challenge.
Yeah.
They're going to be out for blood.
They'll be keen.
With their
And
fans.
it's at Penrith, isn't
And
it?
I think
Yeah.
It's at Penrith.
it will by the time kickoff will be sold out.
But, you know, these new combinations in Penrith, you know, they've been disciplined by the NRL. They've had to let players go because they've been so successful. I'd love to see Penrith take it up Parramatta. But if Parramatta play the way they did last weekend, you know.
It's going to be a good game.
Oh, it will be.
It's hard to
Yeah.
pick. It's 50-50.
I'll chop in here. I'll take Penrith because it's at home.
Yep.
And the inclusion of Sorensen and Kenny back will change that a little bit much as well. And I think also Moses is. I just don't think he's 100%.
Yeah, well, they reckon he's good to go with the groin. Well, what a clash. You know, we know from previous history what these two teams can do over the last couple of years. I think Penrith will bounce back.
Yeah, well, I'll be out at that game on Friday night out there at Penrith, and I went to the last game against Penrith and Para out there, and the atmosphere and the clash with those two teams is astronomical. You know, like the way those two teams play together against each other, it's just not at the next level. Penrith, for me, they'll step up. They'll come up a next level.
Did you just Google that word?
No, astronomical.
Oh, wow, that's a big word.
Yeah.
Someone went to school in Central
Hey.
Coast. I'm surprised he knows it.
Do we ask him who he's going to...
Do we really need to ask that question?
Penrith fan, like, it's got to say Penrith, otherwise...
No, I mean, Gary.
Hey.
He wants to say Penrith.
Yeah, he does.
It's all.
It's going to be a good game. Win, lose or draw.
Yeah.
Just hope it's a good game.
Oh, 100%.
That's going to be a cracker.
100%.
So who are you picking?
See where the cross is?
Penrith. Oh, wow. Hey.
See, Luke Garner's gone to the bench too, so I rate him, but yeah, poor old Matt Eisenhout is going to go to the reserves. I feel sorry for him. He's always there, does a job, but when the more name players come in, he gets pushed back out. But,
which is not good, really.
No, but he never does. He never lets anyone down. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, moving on to the next one, we've got the Raiders versus the Tigers. Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Saturday game.
Obviously, there's no ins and outs of the Tigers because they had a good game against the bye. No injuries to report for the bye. Zach Wolford, Simba Sasagi, you're in. So
is he in? Is he, or is he just on the reserves? Yeah, he's on the reserves. Yeah, right.
So you never know. Call up before the game. Albert
Hopowate's moved back to the wing, has he?
Yeah.
Sebastian Chris is back. That'll strengthen their side. He's a good player.
Our guest from last week, we'll be loving that.
Yeah.
John. I'm going to take the Raiders only because I think maybe the Pussycats might be a little bit rusty.
Yeah, I think.
Same.
I think Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going the Raiders. One, it's a home game for them, and as Dean said, the Tigers had the bye last week, so they haven't really had much game time.
Raiders.
Yeah. It's hard
Next.
to say after last Thursday.
Oh yeah, everyone's on the Raiders there. But, Storm
Tigers.
versus Warriors.
Oh, Storm the Warriors. Is it Storm the Warriors?
Storm and Warriors, Saturday, 7:35.
The Warriors got beat last week too, didn't they?
Yeah, Chanel Harris Tavita's back.
Yeah.
Jazz Tavunga and your mate T. Marie Martin.
Oh yeah.
However you say.
Yeah. Drinker.
Mate, I think if the Warriors play well and they get a bit of that form from last year is what they had, they could give the Storm a run for their money, I think. I'm going
to take the
really
Warriors
can.
in an upset.
Yeah, I think they can, I think they can.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Warriors for the upset over Melbourne. Tamare Martin, he's back, so, you know.
That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Tamare Martin.
Oh, Dr. Google.
Not too, Maria.
No, Tamare Martin.
Mate.
With him back, he's going to add that extra punch to that side that they lacked last week.
Yeah.
Corey?
Warriors upset.
Yeah, I'm going for Storm. Odd one out again.
I hope we don't jinx them.
Losers.
Oh, more than likely.
It should be a good game, though.
I think I might watch that game, actually. Yeah.
Sharks versus Bulldogs, 6 p.m. Friday.
Well, I hope the Bulldogs beat them, to be honest, because I think my partner was watching the Knights v Raiders game on Channel 9 last week, and Paul Gallen made a comment about the Knights, and it's like, mate, it's only round 1, but he reckons we're nowhere near making the top 8 or something along those lines.
I don't understand how. Okay, I don't care if Gal wants to, challenge me to.
At least we can beat a top 8 side.
He might want to challenge me to a boxing match after this, but I don't care. But how can he say that when, you guys were sitting with us, we have the best view, seats at the stadium with all the commentators there. They're too busy on their phones or getting their hair and makeup done. So how can they see the game? Like, am I right?
I think Gal spent most of his time either chatting up the other Channel 9 people, or on his phone, as Smith has said, on his phone, or he's getting his makeup done.
How can they see the game? This is what I don't understand. And then they report at half time. I'm like, you're not even watching it. So how can you report that?
They got that little microphone in their ear where they got the producer going, this has happened, talk about this, talk about that, and they're like, yep.
Is that what we're going to do here?
Haven't you got that piece?
Well, I didn't get that.
Yep, I have now. You're on.
Oh, I thought it was a hearing aid.
You didn't get the memo on that.
So that's bullshit, Gal.
I
reckon I'm keen to see this game, actually. Yeah, the way... I want to
Is
see...
that at 6 o'clock Friday night?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I was going to take the Dogs. If Kurt Mann can inject himself late in the first half like he did, and that, I reckon he could cause some real trouble and really spark the attack on the...
Well, did you see the trial game?
No.
You didn't? That was pretty feisty. So I think the Dogs would be wanting a bit of revenge. I think that was for a trial game. That was up there to be close to like a premiership game, eh? So I don't know if you've seen the trial. Did you see the trial between them?
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good.
I watched bits and pieces of it, and
it was like 4 points in it.
I think
it
was
like
a pretty
16.
feisty game. There was a lot of push and shove and to and fro in that game, and
So a lot of handbags.
Yes. Yeah, 12-10, sorry, I think it was 12-10. Yeah.
I'll take the Dogs. And to you Dog supporters out there that have been writing in, we're on board with you guys. So Dogs for me.
Yeah, I'm taking the Dogs. Doggies.
I'm going to take Dogs.
Yeah, I'm taking the Dogs for an upset over at Cronulla.
Sharks.
Well,
I've crossed them out.
I think Josh Addo-Carr's out. Ruled out for the next few weeks.
I think who's coming for him?
Connor Tracy.
Yeah, right.
So
On the wing.
replacement, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Good replace.
Fair enough.
Because he was 18th man last week, and deserves his time. And I'm missing the next one. Broncos versus
The Rabbits.
The Rabbits.
Two losers from Vegas, eh?
But how can you go past the Broncos, really, unfortunately?
It's up there, isn't it? Brisbane,
Yeah,
Suncorp. Yeah. So what's that? It's a Friday. Is it?
It's a Thursday night. They only
Thursday
play.
night
They only play
game.
Thursday or
Friday
Friday.
night. Yeah.
I honestly think the Brisbane don't have the guidance without Adam Reynolds there right at the moment.
Yeah. He's
in.
Oh, what do you mean? Like he's not?
He's not out on the field to give the team the guidance that they need.
You're smoking crap?
Yeah.
I thought that was
I'm a
Alan
seven.
Lane's job. He's always on the field.
Well, I read today that he wasn't in because he was out
Something
indefinite.
wrong with you, pair of blokes travelling together.
I just drove the car. So.
Is there something in the car that we're missing?
Yeah, he's in, mate.
Oh, he's in?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
in.
he's
okay.
come from.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's something to do with Mount Druitt.
Or just edit that one out, editor. No. Yeah, so Broncos for me.
Me,
Too
same.
strong.
Yeah, well, Broncos at home. You can't go past them.
South Sydney.
Yeah, same. Rabbitohs.
Their form in Vegas
3
was
against 2.
far better than the Brisbane game.
Yeah, actually, well, they were better than Brisbane were. Yeah.
South Sydney
so-
beat Manly all night long. But
Yeah, but up in Brisbane,
Is yours
unfortunately.
all right down there?
oh, we're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
And Kenny,
Yes, Rabbitohs.
the last one.
Oh, yes, mate, the last one. Yeah,
Want to do the
one of
Knights team, mate?
Yeah, so the Knights team list, yeah. So at fullback, we've got Kalen Ponga. On the wings, we have Greg Marju and Thomas Jenkins making his debut for the Knights. In the centres, we have Dane Gagai and Bradman Best. In the halves, Tyson Gamble and Jackson Hastings.
Gamble time.
In the front row, we have Leo Thompson, Phoenix Crossland, and I think it's one of the twins, Jacob or Daniel. Mine's cut off.
It'll be Jacob.
It'd be Jacob, yep, rightio. In the back row, we have Tyson Frizzell and Kai Pierce-Paul. He's got the starting nod, so that's all right. And locking the scrum, we have Adam Elliott. On the bench, Jack Cogger, Daniel Saifidi, Jack Hetherington, Jed Cartwright. And I think the 18th man might be Brady Jones.
Yeah, I hope so, because I was speaking to bros. Like, we were all at the game on the weekend,
Yep.
and Broad's got taken off injured, and he didn't look good walking off. And
Yeah,
you all
right.
know
Yeah,
that.
he looked pretty pale when he
Yeah.
walked past us, So
And
Did he get a head knock, or did he play, Brady Jones?
yeah, he
did.
played. He was
played
playing well
reserve
too.
grade.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, he played reserve grade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
I'm pretty good friends with Broads, and
Yeah.
I was concerned like he's walking off because he didn't look good, and he messaged me after the game and he apologised because he couldn't talk to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, dude, you don't apologise because you're hurt. I said I was just concerned, that you were hurt because he had a neck injury,
Yeah,
and I was
okay.
scared that it was fractured.
Oh.
But no, he's come good. So shout out to Broads, and I hope he gets some game time soon because I tell you what, there's no more deserving person that needs a run.
Yeah, I still remember that Cronulla game a couple of years ago. I think he played in the centres or in the back row in that game.
Yeah.
Jeez, he had a blinder.
Yeah, where he scored a try and
then
saved a try.
and then I think he set up. He
Ponga.
was involved in the last one.
Yeah, with Ponga, was it? And or Ponga the last pass to Frizzell, maybe?
Frizzell, yeah.
Yeah. How good of a game was that? And that's when I made that picture with him with the Superman
jersey on, yeah.
That stands out. He honestly, mate, we've all made a few friends, a few football players and that, but I talk to Brody on a weekly basis, like a couple of times a week, and you're just like good mates.
Yeah.
And,
he's a boy. He's only just down the road here, isn't he? Cessnock.
Come from Currabong originally, and Cessnock, and now lives over East Maitland way. But it's a nicest bloke you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I had a chance to meet him down in a reserve grade game last year in Sydney, and just spent 5 minutes with it. Very humble, you know. So all NRL players need to be like that.
I can't promise anything, but we'll see if we can get him in here. Not just on the show, but in the studio
awesome,
and whatnot.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a champion guy. And,
Knights need to give him more than 1 year.
I honestly, I don't know if they're going to re-sign him, but this is only, you all know, I love the Knights. I'm Knights till I die. But this isn't a personal thing because I want to see Brady succeed, and I want to see him go to Penrith. Under Ivan Cleary, I think Ivan Cleary can make him a good footballer.
Oh, without a doubt.
I'd like to see him go there for a couple of years, then come back home.
Ivan will make him a better player.
I think he would. Like, you look at Scott Sorensen.
If he went to Penrith, there'd serve room in there for him.
Well,
the Penrith got a lot of good junior base.
But my point is, Scott Sorensen was good at the Sharks.
And he was coming off the bench a lot with the Sharks.
Now look at him.
He's starting for Penrith.
If he comes available on the open market, everyone wants him.
Yeah, well, it was talks of it last year, wasn't it? Yeah, even
100%.
we were thinking about.
Even
there was talks about it.
Even South Sydney or something like that as well.
No. I want him to see him. I reckon he'll just thrive under Ivan. This is a personal thing. I want to see the blokes that go great.
Succeed,
And well, you look at some of the young ones that Ivan's brought through, and now they're superstars. Jermaine Hopwood. I just think, Jack Cogger changed him. Let's be honest. I'm not bagging the bloke, but Jack Cogger was reserve grade material with us. Really?
Goes to Penrith.
Even at the Dogs, reserve grade. Really?
Wins a ring.
Goes to Penrith, becomes that better again. I mean, it helps playing under,
He to be honest with you, in that grand final last year, he unlocked Cleary. So when Jerome Luai went off and Jack Cogger come on,
it changed the game.
Yeah, it changed the game. He unlocked.
That's just
Cleary.
after when Brisbane scored that three-peat.
Yeah.
In the mid part of the second half.
Yeah, and I think I think that's why Ivan put him on. To be honest with you. And
I think Ivan knew he was going to turn that game, and that's why he put him on when he did. He knew he could bring something out. Did
you watch Undisputed?
Yeah.
It was Jerome Luai's decision to bring him on.
Yeah, right.
He said his shoulder, he was having troubles with his shoulder. He said, "No, I'm not that good. Get Cogs on there. Get him on. Give him a shot."
Yeah.
It was Jerome Luai.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fair enough.
Because what's his name? Cleary was, giving him all the chances he could. He come on, played a bit. He just knew it wasn't 100%. He goes, get Cogs on.
Take
my hat off to him.
Luai was carrying that injury into that game.
And he heard it in the game a bit
He
more.
knew he wasn't 100% going into that game, but he gave it his all, and once he went down and he heard it, he knew he wasn't going to last the whole game.
Oh, he said he could tackle on that. He just wasn't 100% in attack, and he's going to get Cogs on. And I just thought, you know what? That's pretty... that's unselfish and, humble of him.
He knew Cogs could do it too.
And a lot of people bag Jerome Luai, but they don't see the other side.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's easier to bag than it is to actually go in and research.
So obviously we're all taking the Knights here, are we?
Yep.
Well, I hope so. I know it's going to be hard up there, mate. But looking from last year, when we played them up there last year, I think we only got beat by 2 points. So,
we're all Knights?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we all take the nice, but it's not unusual for Gary to be back in a Cowboys. Is it?
Bit of Brokeback Mountain going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's for me.
I just think they'll Cowboys will fire right up.
Cowboys
Another good
playing
game.
They're
some
in form at the moment, so.
Well,
not a
Gary,
good game.
I hope you've jinxed them. I really do. I hope you've jinxed the Cowboys.
I'm just looking forward to the matchup between that young Laybutt and
Bradman.
Bradman.
Yeah.
That'll be
I reckon our
worth
forward
watching.
pack's
There's
going
a
to be
few
good.
there. I don't think it's just that. There's quite a few, I think.
I reckon the forward battle's going to be good.
Yeah,
Both
Tamalolo.
very similar sized packs too, aren't they?
Yeah. not
Well,
far.
Tomalolo and Thompson,
Yeah.
with those two, you know.
I rate Thompson. I'm a big fan of Leo's. Like he's just.
I had the chance to say good day to him Thursday night. Very, very humble, and you know, one person I love to sit down and have a couple of beers.
Oh
with.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So I'll give him one of our shirts because he loved that day. The what's the name? The number plates we had.
Oh, okay.
He goes, "This is me, bro." You know.
Yeah.
So I give him one of the kids have got the same Leo Thompson design shirt. I give it to him. He goes. Took it. I said, "Open up." He goes, "Wow, this is me, bro." You know, that's awesome, man. He's trying to shake your hand. He's just like that they do, and done it 2 or 3 times, and he's just like, "Oh wow, man."
Yeah.
But
I think
I
Leo.
love seeing that kind of stuff.
I think Leo's one of the most underrated players in the NRL.
I do too.
Because he puts in 100% every game. You know, he puts his body on the line, and you know he's one of the most underrated players.
I'd
mate.
love to see us lock him up for a long time.
Oh yeah.
We're going to have to. You know what I mean? I know we've got a couple of good forwards there as well. With the Saifidi twins and Jack Etherington. I think he's underrated, mate. Jack Etherington.
Oh,
The work he did for us last year, it was crazy.
But I think we still need to get one more big forward.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who. His brother.
That's going to be interesting.
need some
Like 2
aggression.
sets of twins. Like that's going to be a forward
You know what?
pack.
You know what would be
Like
awesome.
I know
at the night?
JSAF tried to put that big hit on in the game there, but like Mitch Barnett. Remember Mitch Barnett when he used to come out and he used to
Imagine this, bro.
he used
The
to
Safidi's
get out of
there
the
for
line.
mongrel.
Yeah.
Imagine
Soften
that.
them up
just-
a bit and
We need
Leo Thompson, James Fisher Harris, or Moses Leota.
As Kylie would
Sorry,
say.
Kylie.
As Kylie would say, dream on.
I rate those two from Penrith, but like Moses Leota used to go to work, train. Like everything's professional, but Moses Leota used to hold down a full-time job as well.
yeah, there was a story in the paper down in Mount Druitt, down at home, and about when he came into Penrith, coming from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it was quite an interesting read.
Oh,
I'll
there is
have
some-
to try to find it.
Yeah.
Definitely put it up on the socials.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. He came over as I think it was a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And he was living with his uncle, and all he wanted to do was play rugby league, and that was his dream. And the day he made it into grade, he rang home, and you know the emotion on his face, and that I've watched a few stories about him, and you know the way he's come through the grade, he's a workhorse.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Did you see that on Instagram? I think it was on Instagram because he played his 100th game on Friday night.
Yes.
Did you see the jersey presentation?
Yes, with his wife and kids. Yeah. Very humble.
Yeah, I was wifing it.
I like those
Got
kind
me,
of stories.
got me, yeah.
You know? But ooh, mum.
He looked better in a Knights jersey.
Oh, I can't fold him. Him and Fish will never leave Penrith. No.
They got it too good.
Yeah.
They're Penrith blood, mate. Anyway, guys, that's us for this week. Couple of good things. As from next week, we'll have some more new stuff and a little bit more new added to the studio. Finally be done.
Nice.
And I might have a little special something next week that I'm going to launch for 2 things, actually. I'll let one out the bag now. We're going to have a members draw every month.
Members draw.
Anyone that's just a member of our or follower of the show, we can randomly select someone for a prize.
Cool.
We here at Nighttime Podcast just like giving away stuff. So thanks to Mr. Sparkle, we're going to give away some merchandise or some signed stuff.
Yeah.
And you never know, down the track it could be some little dragon as well. Not too many because they're only sending me,
15 cartons.
something like that. So that'll only
Do us.
And
Yeah.
10 of them will be in Dean's fridge. Yeah,
That is correct. But anyway, guys, get to the game.
Don't forget the photo challenge.
Don't,
too, at the
don't forget the photo.
He's
Oh,
onto
on
it.
the Facebook with the photos.
Yes, at
and
any
I
game.
do
Any game.
apologise. I didn't draw a winner for this week.
Oh,
Ooh.
So we'll do a double winner for next week.
Double.
nice.
Sorry, yeah. So,
Sorry for the people out there that are probably waiting. You just got to wait one more week.
One more week.
yeah, it's been a big week in the Smitter household.
Any
so
game.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Any
Yeah,
game.
any game of the
Any
round.
fans welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, just take a photo of yourself at the game and get it on our Facebook page, and go into the draw to win.
I'll give you a clue I'll give you a little, well, not a clue, but I'll give you incentive to, if you get creative, and yours is the most creative, you may win. That's all I'm going to say. And there's 2 fridges to give away. So,
Why has someone stolen your gamble sign, have they?
no, hey, there's 2 new signs coming, and wait till you see these crackers. I'll tell you what.
You're letting too much out of the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they're for the kids. So until next week.
Have a good night.
Oh, we're all asleep here. Until next week, it's all about league.
See, I wasn't a fan of the
Now I
Spice
get
Girls.
it.
I wasn't a fan of the Spice Girls. He was.
Viva forever.
I'm holding some wind in,
The one
just so
I've
you know.
My name's Jim Shorts.
Yep.